At the top there is probably going to get signed to an extension. He's a corner piece in their rotation, but there's no doubt about it. Lucas Giolito is a huge blow without even throwing a pitch for the Red Sox. So that's got to be filled in somewhere. They're more athletic on the position player side. And when you look at their lineup, you can see this coming together depending on their young guys and how they perform. And certainly Tristan Casas last year was a revelation for them.
He was a superstar. We will talk with Craig Breslow, ask him, without Giolito, what comes next, if anything? We're going to go full throttle for 9 innings. This telecast of spring training baseball right here on ESPN is brought to you by Inspire Sleep Apnea Innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Join us. Baseball, ESPN.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Valhalla? Sports Talk is on the air. Good morning, Grover, you muppet. 8 in the house. Braves versus Red Sox. And VST is here for all the action. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope everybody is having a great Thursday. A little Thursday morning or afternoon baseball, depending on where you are located in these United States of America. It's Thursday, March 7th, 2024. We got some spring training baseball here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Wild announcement this morning, y'all. Wild announcement. In July, Mike Tyson is going to fight Paul Logan. Crazy. Who are you picking in that matchup? All right, the poll is active. It has who you got to win this thing: Boston Red Sox, Atlanta Braves, or Grover is a bitch. Those are your 3 choices. Earl and Robin, Thrill-a-Kill. When does the game begin? It's supposed to begin any second. Any second right now. First pitch. Right now, we got a sleep apnea commercial. A little sleep apnea commercial. Apparently, you can have something injected in your body now instead of wearing a mask. That's weird. Right, here we go. Let's listen in.
JetBlue Park South, Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves just about set to get started. Spring training baseball. The Braves traveled about 50 minutes, and many of their regulars are
But
here.
welcome to the 8 in the chat.
Rivers is wearing the microphone and earpiece. Rafi, what's going on? How was the winter?
Todo bien, aquí disfrutando estos jueguitos aquí.
They do old Rafael Devers wrong on these things right here, y'all. I don't know why Rafael Devers' head is so much bigger than everybody else's. All right, here we go. First pitch.
English, Espanol, Rafi, what do you want?
Español, papi. I want español.
You forgot all your English since the last time we did this.
I told, but not like too much.
Yeah, he's going back to the Dominican, so he's like, I got to get my Spanish on.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Pavetta on the bump for the Red Sox. Harris, the second, for the Braves.
Red Sox are heading to the Dominican to play a couple of games as Pavetta delivers again.
¿Cómo fue lo que él dijo?
The Plague's in the house. Hey, Valhalla. Always good to pop in and see the man at work. I'm just at work. Saw you were covering the game and wanted to give you a shout out to the boys at Metro Supply Chain. Metro Supply Chain, shout out. Russ the Hunter in the house.
How many outs, Rafi? How many outs? Okay, so we got one out. Rafi said he was you know, you don't see this every day, that big league teams go to the Dominican Republic, so
Why
he's
you got me?
emotional.
How many out? You don't see the game?
There's one out. I missed it out already.
And, so just it's emotional for him. And
Didn't
for a
know
lot
this
of people that are
Rafael
gonna be able
Devers
to
was
see
so
out there,
funny.
Plus the families there as well.
The left fielder for Atlanta this year is going to be this guy, Jared Kelnick. And Nick Pivetta throws one that just misses down. Rafi thought that was a strike. Cone thought that was a strike up here.
Can y'all hear the game
no,
okay?
That's a ball. I say, oof. It's a good pitch.
It's a good piece.
Fastball from Nick Pivetta. He's become a different pitcher over the last couple of, especially the last few months of last year.
He's always had the stuff. You know, riding, four-seam fastball, really good hook, curveball. Just kind of a question of identifying what he does well and doing more of that. And you'd be surprised, a lot of pitchers don't know.
Yes.
You know, what they do extremely well and what they should throw
Excuse
more
me.
of.
Here's the 1-1.
G in the house.
Another high fastball.
Guys, last year we saw a lot of players ask for timeout with 3-2 counts. I think this year we're going to see a lot more players go to that 1-1 count timeout because it's the most crucial count in the game.
Here's a 1-2. Perfect pitch. Strike
1-2. He struck him out. Take a seat over there.
Bye-bye, Nick.
2 away.
Rafael, you lose Lucas Giolito. There was an interview you had done where you said
That'll bring up
everybody knows
Riley,
what
the
we
third
need. How would
baseman.
you describe camp so far? Where's the level of optimism for the Red Sox?
No, esas son cosas que pasan en el juego. No podemos controlar nada. Ellos están tratando de hacer su trabajo. Igual que todos los otros equipos. Sabemos que tenemos muchos abridores jóvenes. Y creo que...
Austin Riley hooks one.
Riley hits it hard. Left field. Just misses going over the big green monster in left field.
Creo que pueden hacer trabajo. Tenemos a Crawford, tenemos a muchos jóvenes ahí que pueden hacer trabajo. Vamos a esperar con Dios mediante que lo de Joelito no sea nada grave. Y tratar de dar lo mejor
Billy
de nosotros.
Bowles in the house. What's up, Billy?
So they know that the front office
What's
is doing
going on,
their
dude?
job. I'm doing mine, and the guys have to continue to do theirs as well. And he goes, we got a lot of young players like Crawford, and he's hoping also that Giolito, the news isn't as bad as they're expecting it to be, but fingers crossed on that.
Fouled straight back, takes the count to 1 ball, 2
Trevor
strikes.
Story was scratched before the game
with 2 outs.
A bit of a stiff neck. They don't anticipate it being anything that will prevent him from being there for opening day, if not making a start in the next couple of days.
Red Sox
What's
wearing
it
red
like
jerseys,
to have
red
Trevor
hats.
Story next
The
to you
Braves
each and every day,
in their
Rafi?
traditional navy blue helmets, gray pants.
Sabemos que puede hacer muchas cosas, tanto como defensivamente.
Swing and a miss, struck him out as well.
El pelotero se emociona cuando lo tiene a él jugando al lado de él.
And we go to the bottom of the first, still
As Billy
scoreless.
said, look, we know what type of player Trevor Story is.
Between
we know he'll post, we know
the
he can
Braves
make a difference to our lineup,
and the Red
we
Sox.
expect to have him in on a nightly basis.
Muchas gracias to Rafael Devers. We will continue here. Nick Pivetta looks good. Strikes out Kelnick and Riley, and the Red Sox coming up.
So we go to a commercial break. 11 likes, 21 views, currently 17 in the house. JJ Sports Coverage, go Braves, on 2 different accounts. See what the Muppets doing. All right, betting is open. Who will win this spring training game? Braves and Red Sox are the choice. You can use your Valhalla Sports Stock points. They're like points, but with a V. You can bet anywhere from 10 to 100,000, depending on how many you got. So you can't bet it if you don't got it. You can use the command in the chat to check your point balance. You gain points here on Valhalla Sports Talk by participating in the chat, by watching the streams, and any kind of interaction that you do with the channel. I also ask you, if you're hanging out in the chat, to interact with that heart, that 100 sign, that celebration. That helps get eyes on the channel. Brandon Christopher checks in, says, let's go Valhalla Sports Talk. Lucia DeVito, go Braves from Italy. Shout out to the country of Italy. Brandon Schutz, what's up, Valhalla? How are you? Astros and Mariners was delayed. Hey, Durant at the plate. Let's get back to it.
The offense really
again,
fell off.
The stat screen on your screen there is delayed at times. Okay, it's usually a little bit ahead of the audio,
the fifth starter spot.
But it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. It's what we got. Duran going to lead off for the Red Sox.
Over there at third base, now playing basically where the shortstop does, and Duran pops this to the seats as well. David Fletcher's playing shortstop today. Andrew Velasquez is at second. Matt Olson at first base. In the outfield, Kelnick in left, Harris in center, and Jordan Luplow is in right. Behind the plate is Chadwick Trump.
Valhalla, I'm going to San Francisco Giants Fan Fest. There you go. Have fun, dude. Have fun.
He's already on my all-name team.
It's one of the great names. It seems
a good
royal,
time,
doesn't it? Chadwick Trump. Duran hooks it, and Olsen
this
picks
bounce
it up.
foul.
It's a foul ball.
You know, there's today's game. If there's a hitter runner that I love seeing,
and I
come
didn't
out
get
of the
to
box,
dial in
it's
the
this guy
camera,
right here at the plate, Jared
so I'm
Duran,
looking especially
can
peeking
turn
today.
Any single into a double, and he was so exciting for the Red Sox and their fan base last year upon contact.
Chases high and away. That's strike three. Duran is gone.
Over there. On the way.
Superstar on this Red Sox team is this guy right here. Rafael Devers got his big contract. And as Alex Cora told us,
Our checks in says
to
Red
play.
Sox will buy Bryce Harper. You think
today,
so?
and
What's up,
ready
Miss
to go.
Sheila?
He
Hope
looks
you're
for the
doing
first
well
pitch
today.
strike from Elder.
Hope today's a good day.
Last 5 years,
With
second
you?
in hits, second in runs, first in doubles, first in extra base hits in the American League.
Side ball to Devers. So Elder the pitcher, Devers the hitter.
I mean, he turns it loose.
We're in the bottom of the first with one out. One ball, one strike. Down low ball. Again, ESPN, shout out to you for providing these graphics. But you got to do something about Devers' head, y'all. You got to do something about Devers' head. It is so much larger than everybody else's.
Tropical storm.
This ball hit left field. Kelnick at the wall makes a hell of a catch for the second out.
Not an easy ballpark that you haven't played in, and Jared Kelnick makes a good play in left field.
These red Braves hats are pretty tight, y'all.
That's actually a heck of a
They're
play
pretty
right
tight.
there. You got the warning track to deal with, but then the wall.
Red hat, blue
Fortunately,
brim.
here At Fenway South, Jet Blue Park, that wall is padded. Going back, knows exactly where he is. Carl, you know what I'm going to say, mouth open.
All right, Yoshida at the plate now, the number 3 hitter. Starts him off with a ball, no ball, one strike.
Eduardo continues to be convicted in his belief that you play with your mouth open.
Yoshida hits it right field. It's going to be a problem.
Yoshida to right.
And it's gone. Yoshida goes yard.
Masa Yoshida for the Red Sox.
It's good news for the Red Sox.
Yoshida goes yard.
Get Yoshida going. He's going to be their primary designated hitter this year, and he catches one out front. And this is a team that's heavy on the left-handed bats. One thing he's able to do is that bat to contact, bat to ball skill, and Yoshida
That
gets
wall
over
in right field there is only about, I would say, about 5.5 feet tall. Cleared that by about 4 feet, just over the glove of the outfielder, who was jumping up to try to catch it.
DH this season. They have several outfield options.
And that's going to bring up Casas, the number 4 hitter.
At strike one. Last couple of balls off of Elder hit hard. Devers to the wall and left, and Yoshida over the wall and right.
It's your anniversary today, but I'm going to stay happy, says Sheila.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ella Shiva, I don't know if there will be no more. I just want to be able to see the game. I can't see most of them. So unless it's on TV, I think there might be one more. I won't be doing it. But we'll see, Ella Shiva. You never know.
Just see his confidence grow last
You never
year
know.
with each successful at-bat. Completely different player in the second half of the year.
He will join us, by the way.
So let your friend know, Ella Shiva. Let your friend
and yeah, you can see
know
how big he is relative to the catcher, Trump, the umpire.
All right, 3 balls, 1 strike to Casas. Down low, he walked him. Free base. Pete Kubler checks in, bets Braves. 10,000. Sheila putting up the emojis. The Braves and the Valhalla ones.
Some stiffness there, so they move.
And Ella Shiva says okay. I think the Dodgers might play on Saturday, Ella Shiva, but I'm not sure on TV.
You know, Alex Cora said it was nothing really serious. He'll probably be back in there. Story, that is, over the weekend.
Believe me, I'd rather be doing Dodger games.
Trevor Story.
100%.
Absolutely.
Seems like, you know, obviously with the new rules that have changed.
All right, so Ref Snyder is the batter, the number 5 batter for the Sox now.
Young, more athletic players that can
they got a
move
runner on first with 2 outs. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Red Sox are no different.
Yeah.
Trying to find the young athleticism.
And
swing and a miss.
Ref Snyder to play. He's been taking some balls at first base here in the spring, given how many of the outfielders
Red Sox recent injuries. Vaughn Grissom, groin strain, expected to start the season on the IL, and Giolito could miss the entire 2024 season, their big offseason pickup. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Take a seat over there. But Boston does get 1 in the bottom of the first, and they lead it. They now lead this one. Do me a favor, if you're new, y'all, hit that subscribe button to reward the work. Give the video a like. And welcome to the party. Welcome to the Valhalla Sports Talk party. Giants vs. Athletics spring training baseball game will be displayed up on the scoreboard at San Francisco Giant Fan Fest. Sheila says, I can't wait for NASCAR this week. Billy Bowles checking his voice ballot. Ella Shiva says, in this game of Red Sox versus Braves, I don't know about either of these teams, so I don't know who to root for. Just root for the Dodgers. That's what we do. That's what we do. General Thor, y'all, is at the groomer right now. Kind of a weird deal. The groomer was a 2-sister team that ran that business, and one of the sisters was killed in a car accident. And so that was very awkward today, dropping Thor off with the other sister. Life comes at you, y'all. Life comes at you. So anyway, in the next hour or two, they might call and tell me to come get the general. If they do, I'll put the stream on autopilot on the MLB.com screen and leave the audio playing, and I'll go scoop him up. It'll take me about 10 minutes.
beautiful day. Spring training baseball. Braves, Red Sox. Tristan Casas down there at first base. He's got the earpiece in now. This is a tough spot because we got Matt Olson who can hook one down there. So
he don't hit it that hard.
They're interviewing Casas, I believe, in the outfield for the Red Sox.
How we doing, guys?
we're good.
And
How
Matt
are you doing?
Olson is at the plate.
Hard to be doing bad out here in sunny South Florida, out here on the field. I heard a little saying one time that a bad day on the golf course is a good day, better than a good day doing anything else, but I say that for the baseball field.
I hear you. Good for you. And that passion shines through as we get set for Pivetta's
1 ball,
second
no
pitch
strike to Olson.
Crazy numbers last year.
Olson, of course,
Matt
signed by the
Olson
Braves after they let
because
Freddie
he had a
Freeman go
40-70 guy on his team in Ronald
to the
McQueen,
Dodgers.
but my goodness, what a year for Olson. His second with the Braves.
and he hits bombs.
And that is
This ball, a line shot that eats up the second baseman,
by David Hamilton. He's
and a
the
base
shortstop.
hit for Olson.
Tristan Casas, so what was the offseason like for you?
Man, that was just a good play to knock it down, huh? Might have kept him off too, the speedster here. Nah, off season was great. Yeah, spent it in. He said he's not getting a 2 on a ground ball, but he said season he'll take it. Anything for the OPS, but nah, off season was
Yeah,
great.
Dave?
Spent it in Miami. Same kind of routine. I like the way things have been going for me the last couple of years. Been trending in the right direction, body-wise, swing-wise. So didn't change
You were
much.
taking COO to the movies? Nah, we didn't see one we
Did you hang out
liked.
with Eduardo Perez in Miami? I mean,
Nah,
that's-
he didn't hit me up. He knows that I'd go over
I
his
keep
house,
seeing predictions
have
that
him
the
come to
Braves
dinner
are
one of these
likely
days
one of the
at least.
best.
The thing is, you'll eat everything.
Yeah, they are the odds-on favorite to still win the World Series, LSU.
What's that? Isn't that the point of having dinner, to eat? You're not gonna send me home hungry, are you?
All right, let me ask you this: what did you have today before game, pre-game, breakfast? What's your routine? here?
Pre-game breakfast. I like to make breakfast at home, actually. No, not a boy.
Swing and a miss, Ozuna.
Swing and a miss.
Fastball up top.
Take a
It's
seat
been
over
working
there.
for Pivetta.
Little omelet for me, 3 eggs, mushrooms, peppers, 2 strips of bacon, toast, with an avocado. So I'll put the avocado on the toast, and then I'll go omelet on top with some bacon, and call that a breakfast. And then I'll drink a protein shake right before the game. Maybe 12 o'clock I drank it today, so right before I went into the cage, slammed the protein shake, but yeah, feeling light for the game now.
There we go. I'm full.
What part of that makes you feel light for the game?
The trip to the bathroom right before the game.
Okay,
So that'll
okay.
make me feel light. But yeah, I think it's the chia seeds and the flax seeds running right through me. That's the light part. But no, it's
I wish
it's a
he'd
lot
have
of calories.
said,
It is heavy, a lot of protein.
because
but
I take a
that's the point.
shit.
We're working so hard out here every day.
No balls,
Taking
2
a lot of ground
strikes.
balls, a lot of swings. Just getting ready for the season. Got to get that volume up. Get the legs prepared for 162, hopefully plus. So.
That was funny.
It's the part I miss about the game the most, the locker room humor.
Yeah. I should have stayed there. My bad.
Pre-game locker
You were,
room humor.
you were fine. It's an audience that appreciates some bathroom jokes. In any event, you're a very optimistic guy, and there's been some pessimism around the team. How do you deflect that?
Hold on. Yeah. Just honestly controlling what I can control. I think if I get caught up in what's going outside of our
Lee
walls
Bowles
and
bet Red
too
Sox
caught up in what everybody else
986.
is saying, it could, send you in a spiral. I just try to
21 likes,
be
70
a leader
views.
by example. Just try to control the things that
Braves
I
play
can.
the Dodgers
Come to
tomorrow?
the park every day with a lot of optimism, like you said.
No, the
And,
Dodgers play the Giants
try to
tonight.
Spread that as much as I can.
Yeah.
Whatever anybody's saying outside the walls, whether
Dodgers
it's
play the
fans
Giants
or
at 6.
media or
I can't do it, though. I
some
can't
other
see the
teams,
game,
not
y'all.
That we'll talk badly about one another.
Then
'cause we know
Ohtani
about
and
the
them
games,
probably
but
won't even play.
Nah, we're just controlling what we can and staying within ourselves. I think that's what we're all preaching to ourselves.
Luplow hits
This ball crushed left field towards the mini green monster,
Foul ball.
and it's just foul.
Looking up like, wait a
About
minute,
10
really?
feet foul.
He's stuck there at first base. What's he doing, Tristan?
He just said no way to me. He looked me in the eye and was like, I need that one back.
You know why? And one of the big reasons, Jordan Luplow, who has played in the major leagues, he's trying to make this team. He's trying to make an impact already with 1 home run in this camp against a right-handed pitcher. He can rake lefties, shortened up, choked up with the bat.
This ballpark in Florida that the Red Sox play in, they have a imitation green monster out in left field.
Stay there and wave it.
There's seats out there
He left
in the middle of it.
too early.
This ball hit again, that same area. And this time it's gone. Home run.
Foul ball homer. Fair homer. Very impressive. Jordan Luplow.
Luplow goes yard.
Wow. You rarely see that.
And that should give the Braves a
That was one of the
2-1
most
lead.
impressive things I've seen on the field. I would have called the punchy and I would have put money on it. But
Pow.
defied all the odds right there.
Well, you said it, Eduardo. Luplow's trying to make this team. Impressive 2-run shot.
Yep, Blue Park is the locale,
You know
yo.
what, Tristan? Let me go there. So as a hitter, you hook one, just foul on the pesky pole. How do you get ready for that?
Better
next
the
pitch?
pitcher,
What made what he
Tromp,
did so impressive?
Tromp,
Man, the pesky
is
pole's a
the
little
batter,
short
the number
to
7
really
hitter.
to really get a good gauge on whether I hooked it or not. But man, sometimes I'll crush some foul and up, and I won't even think I have a chance at the next couple of pitches. I don't know why that is. I think it's just like a baseball mindset kind of thing. Once you hit a bomb foul, you're gonna strike out. But man, Jordan, he reset there. He reset really well right there. Flushed it and just got a really good pitch to hit, and he flushed it again. Back to the bathroom jokes.
Nice. We're back to flushing.
How about Nick?
And a miss by
Tristan
Tromp.
Casas
Makes it
joining us
1
at the
ball,
field.
2
What
strikes.
message did you guys get sort of as the offseason progressed from your manager, Alex Cora?
Man, we were having a lot of Zoom meetings. He was just preaching to stay positive, stay connected.
Tromp.
Hey, this one going to the guy that's being interviewed. A throw to first is not in time. Safe at first.
What an effort by David Hamilton, who found out about 45 minutes before the game he was playing. A little worm burner on the way to first, just didn't get there in time.
Hey, Tristan, quick
How about
question.
D?
Now that you went with the stretch
What's up,
right
Chump? How you
there.
doing?
Actually, it wasn't the guy being interviewed. It was the shortstop that made the play. The guy being interviewed, I believe, is on third.
That's it. That's all you got. One hard 90.
No, he's on first. He's on first. Third base.
Nah, I got more in there. I think I felt him coming down the line. I saw him out of the corner of my eye. He was going to beat
Tristan
it.
Casas is who they're
Maybe like a
interviewing.
one-hop throw.
First
where it didn't get
baseman
so
for
beat
the
up by
Sox. He
grass
tried
on
to
the way
scoop
over here.
that, but the
Might
runner
give it a
was
little slip.
safe already.
I know there's a couple good first basemen in the league right now that could do one. I know Vladdy Jr. can hit it. G-Man Choice hit it a couple times for me. So I need to put that in my repertoire for sure. Nice little split. This way, though. This way, like that way.
Look at you,
Not sideways. Not sideways. The straight on one.
Which way?
The straight on one like that.
That one right there?
Yeah.
I don't want you to lock up on us now.
Nah, I drank a lot of water. I just drank a Pedialyte before my first AB after warm-up.
He's consuming a lot.
Out here!
But at first, over to 2.
Tristan,
Yes, sir.
that's the
And
beauty
kind of a
of it.
rare double
It works
play. The
every
first
time.
baseman to the second baseman.
Sir.
What a play while being interviewed.
Turns the double play as we head to break. Big blast off the bat of Jordan Luplow. Gives the Braves the lead, but Casas, microphone, bag, DP.
So we go to a commercial break. Braves in the lead, 2-1. 24 in the house. Hit that subscribe button, y'all, to reward the work. Oops. This one. And welcome to the party. Get some coffee, says Greasy. Dodger stud James Paxton is the starting pitcher for the Dodgers today. Holland needs a nap? Why? I'm just chillaxing. I'm chillaxing. Alright, I gotta go out of the stream for a second. don't think my Lakers stream is uploaded from last night yet.
Just hit my savings goal.
Back in. Wonder why. All right, we picked up one more subscriber, 14,753. Oh, did I yawn? I'm getting a bunch of sleep these days. So here we go, back to it.
Happy birthday.
Strike in there while you're Abreu. Does it feel any different to be 23?
No, not at all. It doesn't feel any different from 19.
All right, Abreu at the
21,
plate,
22.
Oh, I like
Elder
that. There you go.
pitching, and Michael Harris II being interviewed by ESPN.
How was your off season?
My off day? You
Your
said?
off season.
Oh, off season. It was pretty solid, but in Atlanta the weather wasn't where it needed to be, so it wasn't as outside as much.
What do you like to do outside?
Have Dave bet
I like to go
420 on the
golf,
Braves.
Do some other stuff. Oh wait, it went out. Okay, just pretty much golf outside. And
Yeah.
Just be outside.
You have golfing partners on your team here you play with a lot?
Yeah, we actually had a team golf day yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what? We had a team golf day yesterday too, but I'm sure yours is way more interesting than ours. So give us a lowdown. What happened? Who played?
I feel like my group, we got cheated. We didn't win, but Matsick, it was Matsick, Jackson Stevens, Luplo, and who's the last one? Sean Murphy. Their group won.
And who beat you?
Everybody. Everybody beat our group.
Everybody.
We got the short end of the stick. Everybody had to tee out before us. It was like five groups. We had a 40-minute wait. Yeah.
There you go.
We got the short end of it.
Played Augusta. What's your favorite course you played, Michael?
Favorite course? I guess the most historic course I played East Lake.
Ooh, beautiful.
In Atlanta. So
Beautiful.
All right, that one fouled
How
off,
much
makes
did
the count
last
go
year's-
full.
The end of last year kind of stick with you over the course of the offseason. We asked the manager about it, and, the off days, et cetera, et cetera. How much did you think about the way the year ended?
I think we were in a pretty good spot. We had some good practice games in between, and
We walked him free
everybody was
base.
still feeling pretty good and pretty normal. I mean, I guess Phillies just came out and executed their plan, and I guess we didn't do enough.
Yarcio in the house.
Yeah,
Greasy
we all
Flight
felt
in the
good going
house.
into it and just didn't come out the way we
Says
wanted.
Frisbee. Some lawn darts.
You got a new left fielder, which you guys have had a few of them. What's it like, and how has it been with Jared?
It's been good. He's been making some great plays this spring, as you've seen in the first inning.
You need your beauty sleep or at least 6 to 8
He's
hours
always
of
trying to
sleep.
learn. Good guy. He's my throwing
I
partner
don't get
now,
that.
so
I don't get it. I get
spend a lot of time with him. So yeah, he's a good guy. He's honestly just trying to be his best self.
Usually by the time
I feel like we've pretty much
I've looked at
welcomed
the
him,
previous
as
days,
best as we can.
videos, and content,
You mentioned throwing partner. There's people at home who don't know what that
I
means.
usually
People
go
at
to
home,
sleep
what does that mean?
right around midnight.
So I guess
Swing and a
after we
miss.
stretch, practice when we get
And
loose,
then
we're
I usually
throwing
get up
together, trying to get our arms
usually
loose
between
for
4 and
situations
4:30.
like this, being on defense.
Michael, on any other team, most likely you're like a middle of the order, up in the order kind of guy. In this lineup, what are the benefits of hitting down in the order?
Excuse me.
More fastballs.
I should be tired. I already drank my monster quota for the day. 2 big monsters.
Going through the first 8, and then I come up and just try to take advantage of some of his mistakes from having to go through the other guys. So it's pretty much just sit back and watch and
sleep when you die. That's how I think of it.
This is Emmanuel Valdez, who's making Elder work a little bit. It looks like some of the secondary stuff.
Time to sleep when you pass on.
Yeah, no, he's obviously a
2 balls, 2 strikes to Valdez, the number 7 hitter.
Working on trying to get him down in the zone, get him on the ground. That's when he's at his best.
Leadoff walk to Abreu. He's out there, and the 2-2 pitch is fouled off.
2-2 pitch fouled off.
Last year, Michael,
left field side.
Was it the headbands we were talking about?
Yeah, we did.
How are we doing with that collection?
It's growing rapidly, and actually found out yesterday.
Every time I look at Sheila's yawning emoji, it makes me yawn.
I'm missing one, and I seen him today, but I let him have it.
Thanks, Sheila.
Sky high pop-up.
High pop-up, first base side. The second baseman ranges over into foul territory to make the catch.
What are we wearing today?
I think I got Space Jam. Is that what it is?
Let's see. Take it off. We'll zoom in on it.
It's off.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yes.
It's one of my favorites.
How's our guy Acuna doing?
He's doing good. I think he got back a couple days ago. He's doing fine. Just trying to ramp back up.
Can you wrap your head around what he did last year, numbers wise?
All right, the number 8 hitter Wong is at the plate here. They start him out
wrap around your head what he did
with a strike.
Last year, numbers wise.
Oh no.
Elder's next pitch will be pitch number 38.
He did stuff that I couldn't pretty much wrap my head around. So for him to do something like that, I don't even know.
This ball fouled off as well, making the count no balls, 2 strikes.
And yeah, I'm just gonna be glad to see what he does this year.
Michael, of course, grew up in the area rooting for the Atlanta Braves and now has this incredible opportunity to play for the Atlanta Braves. You know, a lot of times, Michael, that's a challenge for guys to play in the area, the town, the friends, the family. How would you describe your experience with that?
I think it's been a pretty smooth transition. I guess it was good to be in the situation I was in. Came up to an already pretty decent team. So
25 likes, 112 views.
Try to do my job and do the little things to help us win even more. So I think it was pretty smooth, and it was like no pressure.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And you, of course, have that relationship and still do with Marquise Grissom, right? That was a helper.
Sheila, I love the evolution of your sense of humor.
Yeah, I guess it's been pretty easy.
I love the evolution of your sense of humor through the years here at Mahalo Sports Talk.
And walked onto the field.
Now, is there a group text chain in the offseason, let's say when the Dodgers make a move or the Braves make a move? Is there a group that kind of chimes in with each other about what's going on in baseball?
No, not really.
No?
We made a couple moves.
Swing and a miss.
I guess coming
1 ball, 1 strike to Hamilton, the number 9 hitter.
Heading out and saying their goodbyes and good wishes. But yeah, a lot has happened this offseason, and obviously a very historic deal that is pretty incredible for an incredible player. So yeah. It's a little hot out here.
Bacon in center field out here at JetBlue?
Yeah. Ooh.
Looking forward to getting back to Atlanta?
What'd you say?
You looking forward to getting back to Atlanta and playing in front of the folks at Truist Park?
I didn't hear anything again.
So you're looking forward to getting back to Atlanta and playing at home again?
Oh yeah. Hopefully the weather's treating us right, and we can get out there and win some games. But yeah, obviously excited.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Hamilton.
Up here.
Now, do you have a relationship
2
with
outs.
the fans in the outfield?
I missed an out.
I didn't hear anything again.
And this guy's out.
Do you have a relationship with the fans in the outfield at Truist
So we head to
Park?
the top of the 3rd.
Yeah. I would say so. I was once a fan, so I feel like I'm still a part of them.
We'll see you soon, my friend. Thanks, Michael, very
All right,
much.
thank you.
Be good.
All right, so a commercial break. Joseph Caffrey in the house. What's up, Joseph? Old school family fun. $11 to 7 is good. No, it's a great thing. It's a great thing, Miss Sheila. It's a great thing. We try to make people laugh because life is hard and everyone needs a laugh. Truth. Truth. Hey, what's going on with my hat, y'all? What's going on with the lid? If I turn off this light, still don't help it. Still don't help it. Take the gain down. Dave, when looking into the abyss and the abyss smiles back at you, all one can do is smile back. That's deep. That's deep. I don't know why I keep pushing that #1 button, y'all. Back to it.
Ohtani. Can't wait for that coverage at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 Pacific on ESPN and the app. Craig Breslow is the man in charge of running the Red Sox, putting them together. Will you be up at 5:30 to watch that?
That's must-watch TV.
Right, it is, right?
It really
Thank
is.
you very much. We appreciate that. You have a Twitter handle or anything you can tweet that out, like must-watch TV?
Let me give this a refresh.
Too much attention.
No, you stay off social media.
A little kick
All
in the
right, I don't blame you for
butt.
that. Nick Pivetta, ooh, that's a near swing, and he doesn't get the benefit of it. Andrew Velasquez, that's why you do all the core exercises, because a lot of people wouldn't be able to walk after that. It's a back issue waiting to happen. So what's going on? I mean, all sorts of, how would you describe the temperature in the room, would you say?
Yeah, you know, the temperature.
I struck him
inside
out.
the room
Take
may
a
be
seat
little bit different
over
than what
there.
The temperature is outside of the room. Inside of the room, I think we have, exciting group of guys that believe in each other, that are anxious to get the season underway and maybe prove a lot of people wrong. I think Alex and the rest of the staff has done a really good job of bringing the group together, of outlining exactly the development plans needed for these guys to take a step forward. We've got a new pitching coach that's brought enthusiasm and excitement and optimism to the group. So we're excited. We're excited to start playing meaningful games.
Little New England flavor with Bailey and
That's
with
right.
Breslow. You know, as you know, we had a prior relationship with the manager when he worked for us, and we all knew him as a player. What are your impressions of him? How long would you say you've known him? And obviously you know him a lot better now.
Yeah, so we played.
Sorry,
together
y'all.
very,
I
very
screwed up the
briefly,
scoreboard.
Both wearing Red Sox uniforms, him wearing it quite a bit longer in that first go-round. But what he is a great connector of people. He communicates exceptionally well across, all cultures, all people. He's very, very humble in terms of what he does and doesn't understand, bringing other voices into the conversation, delegating to his different coaches. And then I think in game, from a strategy perspective, he's as good as there is. He's shown the ability to manage a World Series team here in this market. And, very rarely does the game speed up on him. Very rarely do you feel like he's getting outmanaged. So, I think we're really, really lucky to have him.
This one down low.
On a personal level.
And Harris, the second, who was just interviewed, draws the walk.
And I think it's really, really important for us to establish that trust because, at some point during the season, emotions are going to run high. We're going to disagree. And we need to be able to lean on that relationship.
Bruins tonight.
Doesn't he need a new contract?
Tomahawk chop
Is he
Sox.
ready to be extended?
Those are conversations that will take place between Alex and me. And I think both of us have been very outspoken about not wanting that to be a distraction.
Right. You mean you don't want me involved with that?
This ball, a fly ball, right field.
And it's playable for Abreu. And he's under it and there. The Giolito injury came out of nowhere, and the knee-jerk reaction is, okay, well, now we have to go and fill the spot. How do you handle an open spot now? What is your reaction to that?
Yeah, so obviously frustrating, disappointing. You feel for Lucas. He was as durable a pitcher as there was on the market, and someone that we had looked upon for consistency and the ability to post 175, 185 innings like he's done for so many of the last seasons. I think the response is to evaluate what we have, to evaluate what may exist externally. But we have a number of guys who have thrown really well this spring, and I think it's important that we give
this
them
ball
a
hit
chance
to the
to
shortstop.
win
It goes to
roles,
2 for the
while also
lead runner.
balancing that with what may be available to us outside.
Good answer. Are you sticking with us for the bottom half?
We're headed to the bottom of the
He
third.
twisted my arm.
Let me see. Is that enough?
I can stick around.
All right.
There we go.
Subscribe and like.
25 likes, 140 views. Currently, 23 in the house. Spring training baseball here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Braves versus Sox. Later tonight, y'all, we're going to have some NBA basketball on VST. At 8 o'clock official start time, it'll be the Celtics. The Celtics will make a visit to Valhalla Sports Talk, and they will take on the Denver Nuggets in NBA action. I'll probably come on about an hour prior to the start time, and we'll catch the second half of one of the earlier games, like we've been doing. So looking forward to that. Then tomorrow night, the Lakers return at 8 o'clock start versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Dave Rhodes in the house. What's going on, Mr. Rhodes? Little man was up till like 2 a.m. I need more Leah updates, Mr. Rhodes. Yeah, he was out partying, damn Dave. Old JL was out partying. He was out there hitting that bottle. Yep. Torn meniscus for Cat. I saw that, T. Kubler. He's napping at the moment with her brother. Here we go, back to it.
starting pitching. I think you can look at the position player group that's contributing to major league wins here and get really excited about it. You can think about the next wave that's coming, and a lot has been made about those position players, but noticeably absent has been the pitching side of things. And so
he's hit the left field.
Like Bayo, I think, represents all that
by the
is
number
right
one
with,
hitter,
with,
Duran.
Acquisition and development, a guy that was signed here and developed here, and now we think has an incredibly bright future here. We're hopeful that we can get this across the line very, very soon, and celebrate it this weekend with Brian and in the DR, which I think will be really, really special.
Yes.
And we need that to be something that we can replicate. We need to develop pitching, and we need to retain our talent. We want a group of guys that want to be here and want to be here together for a long time.
Devers swings at the first one, and we'll send that into the seats.
Bryce, how do you
Roasting the
manage,
left side of our
because it's a
infield on
different
the sports talk show this
pressure
morning?
cooker as a
We
player,
deserve it.
and now being in the front office.
Yeah, Dave says
as
enjoy
the
these
general
times when they
manager.
start
How do you
walking
manage
around.
that
Look out.
stress?
I think
That
Leah's already
this
on
player was completely different, had to be,
the
right?
move.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think the biggest difference is just kind of the layers that separate the outcomes. As a player, you have a direct impact over what happens in the field. The feedback is immediate. You throw a pitch, and 30,000-40,000 people
in the
are
house.
letting you know
Johnny
if it's a
Owen
good one or a bad one, and
was the one that put their roasting the left side of our
this
infield.
Position, some of the decisions that we make, some of the systems that we bring in place may not manifest for a year or 2 years down the road, and then also
Who's
we're
there?
trying
Is that
to
Dodgers
provide
Nation?
resources and support for others who are more proximate to what happens on the field. So influencing the coaches, influencing the players, but not having a direct hand in
Dodgers Nation, it's surprising
Devers
they could
swings and
roast
misses there,
anybody
and he is gone.
after their handling of the
People who don't know
Ohtani
your
deal.
background beyond
Struck him
pitching,
out. Take a
where
seat
you
over
went
there.
to school and college, what you did with the Cubs, you had to sell yourself. How did you sell yourself to get this job?
Yeah, I think the experience I had building out a pitching development system was particularly relevant, given what I just said about maybe the imbalance between position player and pitcher, kind of prospect status and build out. I think beyond that, my playing experience was certainly relevant. My playing experience for the Red Sox, I think, gives me some credibility. But I think
All right, a hot shot
that,
to the second baseman makes the catch.
Job are
The throw over to first, not in
humble
time,
and
but
curious
two-way.
and, willing to make difficult decisions, able to build meaningful relationships with people across an organization, and that's what I'm looking to do.
A guy who's been incredibly successful in this position is Theo Epstein, and of course recently
Wanted to
we
give her
found out
brother a
he has
ride in
come
her
back
Jeep
to
the other day.
organization. What's the relationship like? What should people who root for the Red Sox expect his impact to be?
Yeah, so Theo is someone who's served as a mentor for me for probably close to 20 years at this point, first as a player, and then he was the person to
You
give me
sure
my
she
first
wasn't
job
going to take
when
him
I
and
was-
drop
when I
him
was done
off
playing in
somewhere?
Chicago.
Rhodes?
So he's someone that I've asked for advice and bounced ideas off of for a really long time that will continue now in a more formal relationship. I think Theo has accomplished so much that it would be silly for me not to seek his advice.
Does it feel like you went back home to this organization?
It does.
Ways, yeah.
I
This is at the
lived
plate,
just outside
2
Boston, in the
outs.
suburbs for the last 10
Runner on
years.
first, called
so even when
strike.
I was working for the Cubs, just outside
Makes
Boston.
it 2
was
ball,
my
1
home. That's
strike.
where, our kids are in school.
ESPN
and,
interviewing
the
Red Sox
commute is
Chief
far more
Baseball
convenient
Officer
now
Craig
going
Breslow.
from Newton to Fenway than it is Newton to Wrigley.
I mean, there are direct flights, but it's not like a direct drive.
Right.
So you understand
Saying
the
this will
whole
lead
Red
to an
Sox
early
Nation
exit?
thing, and I think for the Yankees, with Cashman, who's been with the organization so long, and others that have been with the organization, there's an empathetic bone in there. You get what that voice is trying to say, correct? Doesn't mean you always like it, but you get it.
I do, and what makes Boston so special is the
Get a little flare to the
fan base,
infielder
passion,
there, 3 away.
the emotional investment they make in this team and the demands they have for excellence, and we understand that, and we need to put a better
To the
product.
top
Thanks
of
so
the
much for
4th.
spending the time with us. We appreciate it. That's Craig Breslow. We will come back through 3 innings.
Rays 2, Red Sox 1. There are two positions that you don't need a strong bat, but do need said defense, shortstop and catcher. Who knows with her? Go Sox is shattered music. Calling Max slow, fat, no range, Lux passive, noodle arm. Best PR is the best BS. Alright, betting is still open, y'all, for who will win this spring training game. You can bet Braves or Red Sox. Bet between 10 and 100,000 of your Valo Sports Talk points. To register your bet, make sure you got the points before you bet them. We don't take no credits in the Valhalla Sports Talk Sportsbook. Once this next inning gets underway here, I'm going to run and get a drink of some kind. Sarah Small in the house. Hello, Sarah. Do we trade Adame for Adames now, says Johnny. More breaking news in the NFL. Jonnu Smith signed with the Dolphins. Justin Simmons released by the Broncos. And Michael Thomas released by the Saints. Wow.
Cincinnati Reds mascot came in and we were having a mustache contest.
Saints gave Michael Thomas plenty of time to get it right.
If we did a contest now, Votto, I'm dead. I got no, look at you.
And I'm going to go get a drink, y'all, so the outs and the inning won't get changed for a bit. I'll be right back.
It's good to hear from you guys. Yeah, those were great memories. It was one of the best days of my young career. I remember getting an offer through my agent, and my agent saying, "Hey, you have to do this ESPN commercial. These are like iconic, memorable. You'll regret it if you don't." And I was like, Carl Ravage. His hair's so nice, and he's so bubbly. And I thought, all right, I'll go do it. So yeah, it was a great experience. It was really nice to do that with you.
6 hours in a men's room. That's what it was.
I've never heard someone address to you, Carl, as bubbly, but now I will.
Come on.
6 hours in a men's room. Yeah, 6 hours in a men's room.
Joey,
that's the second longest time I've spent in a men's room.
You're Is that a story? Should I follow up with what does that mean?
You wouldn't believe the meal. It was quite the feast.
Oh, cheekers.
I got to stay out of this one, Carl. I'm going to get in trouble here.
We're having a lot of bathroom talk today.
It's the part I miss, Joey. That's the part I miss about the game, the locker room humor, right?
That's not locker room humor. I'm saying that I was in the bathroom a long time because I had an awful meal. I mean, we've all been there. We're all human.
Yeah, it's fair. Tell us, Joey, what are you up to? What is Joey Votto? Great 2,100 hits, major league professional hitter. What are you doing now?
Right now, I am doing my training on a daily basis in preparation for joining the team.
ESPN interviewing Joey Votto.
Yeah, no, there's only so much you can do. I'm watching enviously as these guys get to compete in a beautiful Florida day and doing it on ESPN. So
One out.
More than anything, I'm just sitting here jealous.
Votto wants to play.
One of the things I'm always fascinated by when we do Zoom
So the pitcher
calls,
now
Joey,
is Hawk Ozuna, the number 5 batter for the Braves.
Behind you. I saw Gandhi
fouls it off.
behind you over your left shoulder. What is it that you are interested in beyond baseball.
So I found
where
some
we know we'll see you again on a baseball field.
Cool
Right,
Ranch
the books
Doritos in the garage. It was part of that
for
run
effect. I want you to think that I
where my
read
mom
about
randomly
Gandhi
just
and
brought a
that I
bunch of
speak Spanish and that I'm
chips
outdoorsy
to the house.
and that I'm a traveler and I draw.
They're kind
These
of
are
old. They
all
got the
their
Super
props.
Bowl
They're
logo
like,
on them,
I'm
but
trying
they
to
haven't
build
been
a
opened
brand.
yet.
If I'm going to no longer be able to play baseball, then I might as well expand my horizons here and have people think that I'm interesting. I'm not.
What does that make them?
You don't
2 months
play
old?
the guitar, it's just there.
That guitar is not a memento. It was my father's guitar, and he used to play it at the house, and we, enjoy that together. So it's more memory than anything. As far as the books, I speak Spanish. As far as the books up top, travel books behind me, I've got a Lou Gehrig Award. To my right,
Rhodes,
I've
we'll
got
see you, buddy.
a typewriter where I've drawn up my
Tips last forever?
post-career
I don't know
paperwork.
about that.
And then, that's pretty much it.
You don't want them to get stale.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you
Alex
want
in the house.
to play? What would you be willing
I
to
go to see
do
my
to return?
cardiovascular surgeon today in about 6 hours. There
I'd
you
be
go.
willing to have that meal again. I mean, I'll do whatever it takes to get back on a major league field. No, I not to call back to a gross point in our conversation. I actually feel bad. I'm talking about that on a Disney network, but I feel like
It seems confused, y'all.
It's the best game, and as the weather turns and the days get longer and people get excited to be outside, we have the game that
He's not ready to hang him
it's
up.
outside. It's a party.
So Arizona plays
sunny,
UCLA
green
tonight.
grass. I mean, we really have the game. The more I think about it, we have the game, and the pace
In college
nowadays
basketball,
is
I
perfect
almost did that game.
for people get to
But I'm going to do
check
that
their phones, check
Celtics
social media. They get to have
game instead.
a
All right, a
beverage
walk is
or a
drawn
hot
by
dog
the
or what have
Braves.
you, and things at an easier pace. But we've
Luplo
also
draws the
sped up
walk.
the game where there's enough in between time where you can fool with your phone and you get to watch the game. You get to socialize. It's like a big barbecue, and it's. I just miss it. I miss it so much, and I'll be back. I'll be back. Not too long.
Have you fielded calls, your agent? I mean, are people calling?
We're making progress, I think. We're making progress. There's nothing like putting on a major league uniform and competing in front of these fantastic fans that are so sharp and able to get to know you, but then also challenge you. So I miss that greatly.
Right, a slow roller to the shortstop who goes to 2.
Second, and that will do it. Well, Joey, I hope
And that does it for the 4th inning.
You're wearing a Major League Baseball uniform, okay?
Sounds good. Thanks for your time, everyone.
Okay, that was kind of an infomercial for Joey Votto. 28 likes, 180 views. $24 in the chat. Votto, too many Bloody Marys. If you don't have stale chips, just plop them into the fridge overnight. Oh, really? Bloody Mary, great for a hangover. We usually have Bloody Marys on Thanksgiving in the morning. It's kind of our jam. Again, y'all, Thor's... They choke on a Dorito. Thor is at the groomer, so if they call, I'm going to have to go get him. I have to go about 2 blocks out into the country. did the medical operation already. You got stents, Alex, or what? I got 2 stents. Bloody Mary with a beer chaser?
Had him on my podcast, I think it was last week, and he spoke about how he feels healthy for the first time in a couple of years. He's
All right, so
absolutely chomping
Elder's
at the
still
bit.
out
And
there
look,
for the Braves.
if he's willing to do
It's
what
a
it
Ref
takes to get to
Snyder
the big leagues,
up
you know,
for
a
the
little
Sox.
stint
He's
in the
0 for
minor
1 today.
leagues, you know, not a lot of money, then he would make absolute sense for the Toronto Blue Jays. He lives 25 minutes from their ballpark. They have a need for left-handed hitting. They have an opening at designated hitter. What better idea to, hey, come to camp, see what he can bring potentially, see what kind of damage he could do. He'd make sense for them. I think he also potentially would make sense for the Angels, who haven't done a lot this winter. Talking about Blake Snell, Joey Votto would be a great addition.
It's not only that, it's a team that needs left-handed hitting. They're not deep there. The only lefties they have in that lineup right now on a daily basis that can really give you those professional at-bats are
sitting in the waiting room.
Varsho, Biggio. But Joey Votto
Couch for
could
some
really
pizza.
extend that pitch. And actually, we talk about J.D. Martinez so much and the impact that he has on a lineup. Joey Votto,
We roll into the
healthy
groomers
Joey
with
Votto,
Thor
because a lot of people
different
talk
than
about his
anybody
age,
else,
but
y'all.
what we forget is that he was also injured the last 2 years.
Thor doesn't like to wear
I
a
think
dog
I
collar,
think he could be a difference maker.
Well,
so
his
he doesn't have his
intangibles are off the
license
chart.
on. He
Who
doesn't
wouldn't
have his
want
name
Joey
thing on.
Votto in their clubhouse, just to be around, to talk to guys, talk hitting.
Well, a good
Change a
audition for
pitcher
fifth
for the
starter
Braves.
spot. 6 strikeouts for Bryce Elder. He walks off the mound, having allowed
So
just
anyway,
a couple of hits and a run.
I pull up to the grooming lady's house, right? And they got a little house next door for the grooming business.
What's this? Coca-Cola Spiced. It's...
And all I got to do is open the door. And Thor comes running out of the car and runs right to the door of the groomer. And then I let him in, and they have a little half door where you wait to check him in. And he jumps up and looks over it at the lady until she opens it. And then they put him in like a holding cage until it's time for him to be groomed. These are Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch Doritos. I'm craving a fish sandwich from Arby's, says Miss Sarah. Number Ope says I was going to get Arby's tonight. What great minds. So then when I go pick Thor up, y'all, he's fired up. He's ready to go. And I leave the driver's side door open. He jumps right in, never runs out onto the highway. We bring him home.
Add a bunch of lefties to their bullpen. Some would say because they're dealing with a Phillies team that has a whole bunch of lefties that are key figures offensively. And then there's this guy, Ray Kerr. Fascinating story, good story from David O'Brien on The Athletic about Kerr, who basically quit baseball and dropped out of junior college. He then worked at a 7-Eleven. He said, I'm kind of tired of stocking shelves. And this little
Ball hit, going to drop in for a base hit in front of Harris.
And Abreu is aboard. He said, I felt like I needed to get back. 9 years later, he is competing for a spot. And when he throws it hard, he throws it 100 miles an hour.
From the left side in a lower 3/4 angle, too, and tough to pick up. Unless you're Eduardo
Nice,
Perez
Alex.
batting from the right side, maybe.
Buster, you want to add on Kerr and what the Braves try to do by getting all these lefties?
Yeah, well, look, what you hear from folks around the Braves is that when Alex Anthopoulos, their head of baseball operations, locks in on a player, he will try 50 different ways to get that guy. That's what he did with Chris Sale. They got close to making a trade for him before the trade deadline last summer. Kerr was one of those guys that he has absolutely been locked in on. Aaron Bummer is another one. And of course, by adding left-handers, potentially gives the Braves better matchups
and I
as
want
they
the
face
meat.
teams with Phillies, like the Phillies and Dodgers. Who have
We
a lot
want
of
the
left-handed
meat.
hitters.
Yes. So Valdez flies out, and Kerr's next pitch is pulled down the line, and that one also is going to go foul. So he was cleaning up popcorn in the theater. He played summer ball in Alaska, where he rode four-wheel
All right, y'all. I just had like 3 of
fished
them.
a lot, learned how to shoot guns. He can deadlift 615 pounds when he weighed 190.
Phone is alerting.
He missed badly there. We talked with Brian Snicker before the game. It is something unique, I think, from most teams when all you're doing year after year after year are minor tweaks.
So we just picked up the 1 sub is all.
Overhauls or major acquisitions. Like they're not in that position, which is great for the organization. Stinks if you're trying to actually break into the organization or get some playing time. So Charlie Culberson is now trying to become a pitcher. Watch it.
Like to hit 14-8 today, but I don't know.
Connor Wong struck out his first time.
Long way
up.
to go.
Braves and Red Sox here at JetBlue South in Fort Myers, Florida. David Cohn, Eduardo Perez, Buster Olney, Carl Ravitch. Easy Edge.
Oops, I think I messed something up, y'all. Messed something up.
Braves are one of those destination organizations, I would think, for a free agent.
He learned so much from Mark DeRosa when he had him in Toronto, saying, look, we need to have personalities here, guys with character. And that's exactly what he
Runners
finally
on first and
found
second
out,
with
that
2
you have to
outs,
have
no ball,
talent,
1 strike.
But the guys that
To
can
Hamilton,
place
the number 9
themselves in
hitter.
that clubhouse and can be
Swing and a miss makes it 0-2.
an inspiration to others and motivators to others. And Alex has taken that to heart. He's looked sometimes at talent and said, that does not fit in my clubhouse, but the other one does. And when he targets on him, I mean,
So the Laker
reels
video
them in.
from last night loaded up with no issues?
Well, it's such a neat and interesting organization where it feels like if you're acquired, well, then you're going to get an extension or 2 or 3 years, like they gave Sale, like they seemingly give everybody. It's pretty comfortable to know not only am I going there, and it's an organization that's currently on the top of the mountain, but I'm also going to probably get another couple years and a lot of money.
Yeah, well, we heard Craig Breslow, the new GM for the Red Sox, talk about building something that's sustainable. Well, we got sustainable city going on with the Braves right now.
Let's get a regular roast beef and a beef and cheddar, no sauce, regular bread.
Not to be confused with
What the hell is a
Souvenir
beef and
City,
cheddar, no
which, of course, was
sauce?
Eric Young's famous Baseball Tonight.
Isn't that
all
just
over
a
highlight.
beef?
One of the changes for the Braves this year, there's no more Eric Young or Ron Washington now the manager with the Angels.
You talk about the Arby's
Those were integral
sauce?
parts here.
This
Fly
ball fouled
towards
up
the
third base
seats on the
side.
Third base side, and it will get off the top
Get out of
the
play.
dugout. You guys tell me, Cody, how important was the pitching
Yeah, the
coach
Lakers
to
were
you
horrible
with
last night,
regards
Sheila.
to
That was really
your success,
disappointing.
you know, your comfort level.
Pitching coaches, it's a relationship. You know, it's not any sort of one thing.
You
that
know
happens
LeBron's going to sit out
in
Friday.
off-season, or try a different grip, or throw this pitch more. It's really about the highs and lows.
Struck him out.
Throughout the season.
Take a
and that
seat.
relationship you have
Over
with your
there.
pitching coach.
Kerr gets the strikeout. Hamilton is gone. Guthrie was in the on-deck circle, so may have some changes.
And it doesn't like me pushing buttons when I haven't put the mouse on this side, y'all. I keep losing the audio. Fubu is different than the other ones. Let's go to 7. Last night was a microcosm of the entire Lakers season. Truth. Got to get the horsey sauce at Arby's and a few extra packets to have at home, says T. Kubler. Sheila don't mince words. All right, 31 likes, 233 views. I just get the regular roast beef and cheddar, no sauce, regular bread. Yeah, I saw that. Hello, V homies, says Mr. Nobody. What's up, dude? What's up? What's up? All right, but it's Braves Red Sox from JetBlue Park in Fort Myers, Florida. Atlanta with the 2-1 lead as we go to the top of the 5th.
The MLB app to your place for live baseball, real-time highlights, pitch-by-pitch updates, faster than ever. Get personalized highlight reels based on players you follow every day. Download the MLB app today. Capitan is with us. This fires his first pitch. How are you, Alex?
Doing good.
Fletcher is the batter for the Braves, the number 8 hitter, and Hawk is still the pitcher for Boston. Alex Cora being interviewed by ESPN, the manager of the Red Sox.
Not a bad look.
So early on, everybody talked about the pants. Did you have to switch them up on size because you dropped a couple inches there, man?
No, I still got the same. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, I haven't noticed with our players. Maybe we're using the wrong ones. I don't know.
Oh, the pant conversation.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're doing a lot of running? Like, what has your off-season been like with regards to that?
I mean, getting back to the healthy life. Honestly, last year, it took a toll on me. I think between the losing and the frustration.
Being honest is almost impossible in our fake society, says Mr. Monroe.
You know,
Mr. Nobody says I'm split screen in between this game and MLB Network.
It was a hard year. So, kind of like in September, made a conscious effort to get back to what it matters, right? Locked in with the family.
Yep.
We got Camila, she's a junior at BC, and we got the boys, Xander and Isander. Probably they're watching right now, or maybe they're watching some soccer. I don't know. You never know with them.
A lot easier to chase them around, though, isn't it now?
A lot easier. I coach their team, and Angelica's running the marathon. So kind of like, let's get back to that.
Swing and a miss by Velasquez.
Of our lives, and we cannot
makes it no ball, one strike with a runner on first.
And what we do as a person, right? And
yes.
I feel good moving around. I taking ground balls with the boys. I throw BP, more energy. So it feels good. I just gotta keep going. You can't stop now.
There you go.
You got time.
Ball ripped to the first baseman who fields it, tags first. We got the pickle on here.
There you go.
And they tag out the runner. A double play as Casas supplies the tag.
It seems like it's going to be the same.
2 away.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute. I thought I saw you. It's not awesome. We're not in a hurry-up game on the TV side, and if you're going to go work for ESPN and Deportes, we're going to have to fill time.
That's it.
Hey, help me out. So, obviously, the Giolito injury was terrible news. There's been some negativity, obviously, the elephant in the room. How have you dealt with it? Tristan Casas told us about Zoom calls.
Dodgers-Cardinals game will be on Apple TV.
Just a message, since 2018.
30 clubs in 15 days. Looking at your Dodgers. Up next is Mr. Nobody.
And he knows it. It is out of here. Harris.
That ball's gone. Home run by Harris.
Number 23 on birthday 23 goes yard to right.
What a good swing, huh? Balance.
How about yesterday? Both golf buddies, Luplo, Harris, both going deep. Looks like the golf swing got him.
That's what they do over there. Wait, we're gonna start golfing. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Let's go. Well, start. the Zoom calls, but like I said, it started in 18. It gets loud in Boston. We know that, and I think Craig Breslow said it best. It's one of the best places to play, if not the best, when things are going good, and it becomes tough when you're not playing good baseball. So we got to cancel
Son
the
of the
noise.
junior at University of Maine. Is he on the
Nobody
hockey team?
is talking about the Red Sox playing in October, so we have to start that conversation, right, as a group.
Yep.
They've done an outstanding job in the offseason. We talk about Trevor Story having
Hey,
Trevor
Mike
Camp
sends
in
one out of
Dallas,
here, says
Casas
Mr.
going to the
Nobody.
Dominican and Dallas, and came here for dinner, only dinner. He didn't work out. He came for dinner. I think the boys, they're in a good place. We're more athletic. We're going to move a little bit better. I think we're going to be very aggressive in the base path, and I do believe the pitching thing is going to be a lot better than in the past 2 years.
Struck him out. Take a seat over there.
You're comfortable with no Giolito, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, he was a big part of what we were trying to accomplish. A workhorse that, he's 175 innings every year. That's what he was here for, and he was trending in the right direction. It's a tough one, but, we got some capable guys here. I think Craig has great ideas for the pitching department. Andrew Bailey, our new pitching coach, he's been solid, and I think the guys
I actually think the spring training hats for both the Braves and Boston are nicer than their regular hats. The Boston one's red hat, blue brim.
Yeah, we got to wrap.
The Braves wearing red hats as well with the blue brim.
We're in a good place, man.
Okay, boss.
We know how people think about us, but we know how we feel in that clubhouse, and it should be fun.
Bye-bye. Thanks for doing it.
We go to a commercial break. The interview with Cora is complete.
Subscriber hype.
Not on the hockey team, but as a maniac. Oh, gotcha. Hockey is so fun to go to. Definitely is fun to go to. All right, we just crossed the 250 view threshold with 32 likes. Betting's still open for who will win this game. Braves with 3 bets, Red Sox with 2. Poll is still open with 42 votes. Who will win this game? The Red Sox, 38% of you thought Red Sox would win it. 52% thought Atlanta would. 10% said Grover is a bitch. Thank you, 10%. All right, back to it.
On the team makes a move that they believe puts them in contention. We've seen that in Los Angeles, obviously, New York with the Soto acquisition.
Yeah, we could see an absolute managerial merry-go-round after this season.
High to right field. Buster, hang on 1 second. Luplow going back. He's just on the track.
This ball back to the
And he
warning
brings it
track,
in.
caught for the
Guthrie
first
had come
out.
in to hit for Duran, and he flies out to right. Go ahead.
I'm not doing Dodgers-Giants tonight. I can't see the game.
Teams, that
So
seem
tonight
to be
we're
in
doing
a,
Celtics
win the World
Nuggets.
Series or get to the World Series or bust type situation.
Like I mentioned, I'll
with
go on an hour
managerial
early and we'll
contracts
catch the end of one of those
expiring.
earlier
Alex Cora's
games.
Contract expires after this year. Dave Roberts.
That format
Aaron
seems to be
Boone,
working
Ollie
view-wise
Marmol
for
of
the
St.
channel.
Louis Cardinals. Skip Schumacher, who's so highly regarded, is starting his second and maybe his last year with the Marlins,
On
depending
low
on
ball.
what happens. And so many managers have talked about privately how they watched what happened with Craig Counsell. He reached free agency, and then he got the biggest contract ever with that massive deal that he signed with the Chicago Cubs, 5 years, $40 million. So we could see managers hit their free agency and some big name changing places depending on how teams play.
Yes. Luis Liberato has gone into play right field. There have been some changes by the Braves in the field, including Forrest Wall, who's moved into left, and Eli White is in center. Likely Rafael Devers' last plate appearance. He flew out and struck out, and he sends that one to the seats.
Devers fouls this off. Again, like I did earlier in the stream, y'all, I got to beg ESPN, please put up a new picture of Rafael Devers. His head looks about 2 times the size of every other ball player on earth.
Statcast is powered by Google Cloud, and Acuna Jr.'s at the
There
top
it
of the
is.
list, and Devers was just right behind
All right,
him.
Devers strikes out. Take a seat. Over there. He just got struck out.
Wicked
2
slider
away.
down and in from Lopez. He's always had a big arm, but watch
I
this ball
plead
just
with you,
disappear.
MLB or
Rarely do you get
ESPN
Devers to swing
graphics
like that.
department.
How about
It was
Lopez
one of that
signing
10%
$30
says
million
damn Dave.
deal.
Nuggets Celtics too tasty to
sign
miss.
early
I think
during
most
the
of them will
offseason.
stream that
What
Bulls.
Alex Anthopoulos does, he
I know Sports Fury
acknowledges
is
the
doing
guys that he wants
Bulls
to target, goes after them, and
Golden
locks
State
them up.
Warriors.
Yoshida homered earlier, and that one is bounced into Trump. Riley and Olsen still on the field for the Atlanta Braves at third. and
Red
first
Sox
base.
are the most hated team in any sport. They have owned the Angels for years,
Austin a little later
having a
about
tantrum. I don't
just the whole
agree. Most
concept of
hated. I think the
playing
Yankees are hated more than
59, 60, 61, 62
Than the Red
games in a
Sox.
season. Where that is born, where that comes from.
Sheila's got the munchies. Bruins in Toronto playing in Boston tonight. And Sheila says, "That's why I'm
Another
eating,
good
fool."
one from Lopez and a heck of an inning. Aldo Lopez,
Strikeout.
He got the fly out from Guthrie and then back-to-back punchies. of
How do I
Devers
miss?
and
Oh,
Yoshida.
Joe, how am I missing outs?
She's just
No idea how I'm missing outs. You do a good diet is don't keep food in your house. Eddie says, I think the Yankees too. Be rooting for the refs tonight, says Summer O. Nuggets, aka Chicken McNuggets, says Sheila. All right, I'm going to end this stupid poll, y'all. I'm going to end the poll so that I can see the chat on the main screen. But Atlanta Braves won the poll, 52%. Red Sox, 38%. Grover is a bitch, 9%. 42 votes. The stream has 32 likes, 264 views. Pay attention, Valhalla. Told you need a nap. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna take one. But I already took a shower. I shaved. I already drank my monster quota for the day, Monster White. My home runs for Acuna and Olsen last year. It's crazy numbers. All right, Brian Snitker getting interviewed, the manager for the
You
Braves.
guys led 8 different categories, those 3 players. Mariners as he joins us now, of course, the manager of the Atlanta Braves. Ground ball into third. The hole
Gets past the third baseman, bounds into left field, and Austin Riley has a leadoff single for the Braves in the top of the sixth.
Matty will be hit and gone, as well as Marcel.
So, Snit, we just talked with Alex Cora, and his offseason a little different than your offseason, and yet one of the things Buster just brought up was kind of the managerial carousel. We got 8 new managers this year. Obviously, the expectations in Atlanta are huge. Everybody manages them differently. How do you deal with that?
Well, I like having the expectation. I said there wasn't any expectation when I first took this job, and now
this ball deposited into left field.
Hard to get to a point where we are expected.
So
to
the Braves are in business like Pepsi Cola, with runners on first and second with no outs.
Skip, you're putting a hit and run on.
Olsen gets the hit and immediately gets yanked from the ball game.
You didn't even see me give it, did you?
So Olsen's day is done.
Is that just a wink? Like, is there a signal that we didn't see?
I can't tell you.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell, says Miss Sheila.
You lost 2 of your coaches. I know you missed them personally, but a lot of times that's a big promotion for Ron Washington. How different has it been without Ron and EY around?
No, I'm happy for
So
Wash.
Horn checks in the game in place of Olsen. This ball fouled straight back by Ozuna, who is 0 for 2 today, the number 5 hitter for the Braves.
Good friend, and I'm very happy that he got this opportunity, and EY's going to coach third. So you know what? That's great for both of them.
Here's Ozuna, and that's in there for a good pitch strike. A little slider from Houck. Hey, Snit, is there a tendency to want to try to change things a little bit, or are you so, like, it's worked so well with the 100-plus win seasons? How do you manage the spring? Is it any different?
No, not really. I mean, it's about getting these guys out of here in 3 weeks healthy. That's my main goal. I want these guys healthy. They're all going to get their at bats. They're going to get all the work they need. But the biggest thing is health, I think, when we get on that airplane and go north. So, you know,
21, the Braves
never know what might happen,
won the World Series. 22, they lost in the NLDS to the Phillies. And in 2023, they lost in the NLDS to the Phillies again.
A really good spring training program that gets the work
Sorry,
done.
Mr. Nobody.
Keep them out there long. You know, and because I still want them to have their time, because once
swing and a miss by Ozuna. Take a seat over there. You just got struck out by Hawk.
Is unique. How do you, as an organization, prepare your players to play every day when most other organizations seem to get into load management, time on their feet, etc.?
Lovey Furball Grover was one of my favorite Muppets.
I think playing every day keeps them healthy.
Different Grover.
Honestly, I think, you know, you keep those quick twitch muscles.
This Grover has a channel on YouTube.
Another big reason why these guys have good years is because they know when they wake up in the morning that they're going to be in there, and they have the routines and things like that.
For
with
a
their
ball.
Diet, their sleep, all that kind of stuff. You know, that we talk about nowadays, and it's very important. And I think it lends itself for production out of these guys.
Does it help that
bouncer, first base side, soft underhand toss, gets the runner at first, two-way.
Pillars set from not only today but
runner
in the past. You see
advanced to second and third.
An influence on Riley. Before Freddie, it was Chipper, and Chipper learned it from then. Atlanta's always had that guy.
Exactly. I mean, you look at a guy like Andrew Jones, he never came out of the blowouts. I mean, he wanted to play every inning of every game. And it's just kind of how these guys were raised in the organization. I think it's a great thing. And you know, you got guys in the minor leagues that were posting every day. They get up here and it's no different. And
I think your average Major League Baseball player wants to play every inning, every game.
It keeps them healthy. They're going to stub their toe.
I think it's the teams and analytics that makes it so they're not playing as many games anymore.
I just think it's good. I think it lends
bouncer
for
to short, over to first,
Tony's got one quick one
and
for
they
you.
get him. So
Yeah, Snit, I mean, how do you keep
So the Red
balance
Sox don't
between
give up any more
new school
runs.
and old school? You know, analytics, you guys have analytics, you have all the information you want, but you're a player development guy. How do you balance that?
And I think that, you know what, the analytics is good. It's information. I think it's great. We get it for these guys if they want it. We have avenues for myself. I just kind of, I look and see what meshes with me. Like I said, I got this thing at a late time in my life and at a later age, and I'm kind of glad. I think it's probably a good time for me to take hold of this job. So, you know what, I think I just always going to have to go with my eyes and my gut over everything else.
Snit, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Best of luck this year.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Righty. Two weeks until the Dodgers play for real in South Korea. Truth. Let's go Braves. Let's go Braves to Sheila. Smoltz, Glavin, Maddox. I remember that. Dave says the Braves dominated the 90s. They didn't do much with it. What do you think old Thor's doing, y'all? You think he's up on the table right now? Getting his hair combed, his paws trimmed, his nails done. I'm missing when he's not here, y'all. Lafayette Watts, welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor will be proud. Everybody welcome Lafayette Watts to Valhalla Sports Talk. All right, here we go. Back to it.
Got it. Third base ranks. OPS, hits, runs, homers. First, 97 RBIs, close to that 100 mark, and he joins us now. How was your offseason? What were you up to?
It was good. Did a lot
Called
of hunting.
strike over the plate.
Went on a couple trips, and then just hung out with the family. Stayed around the house as much as possible. I feel like we travel so much, so whenever I get to go home and hang out with, like I said, the family and friends from back home, it's always great.
You're a perfect guy to ask about the culture of the Braves. We've had this conversation about playing as often as you guys do.
That's so wild that the
Jones, like Nick
Braves
is it you?
sponsor on their jerseys is Quick Creek Concrete.
I think it comes from, for me.
See, that's why the Dodgers are lucky. At least they got Guggenheim
those guys. I mean,
with a blue logo.
The couple times that I did come out, because
that looks dumb as hell.
Early on in my career, Freddie was letting me know about it. So
Kipper was a local Southern Cowboy, Westminster High School.
For me, it's a mentality. Just knowing that I'm gonna be in the lineup every day. What I got to do to prepare.
I don't think I'll watch him, Mr. Nobody.
It changes from day to day, basically how my body's feeling. But I keep a pretty short, sweet routine. And just
now they're interviewing Austin Riley, y'all. Very little play-by-play by the ESPN crew today.
For the Braves, and he is
as they roll one interview after the other.
He misses down 3-2. I guess in a weird way, what you guys have done the last couple of years, you kind of make it, I don't want to say look easy, but, over 200 wins in the last 2 years. Where does the consistency come from? Or is it simple as we just have better players? I mean, is that it?
No.
Full count pitch hit back to the first baseman, and it's one away
we know how to,
here in the bottom of the sixth.
And guys buy into that. I think that starts from
Robes says Arby's.
Show up early or getting after before.
Kimberly Rogers checks in the chat, says go Atlanta Braves. Welcome to the stream, Kimberly Rogers.
Guys come in every day, do their job.
Everyone, let's welcome
preparation, their plans.
Kimberly Rogers to Valhalla Sports Talk.
is very precise, and I think guys buy into that, and I think that's why we've been successful.
There's like I'm at Arby's eating right now.
Austin, when you guys had Ron Washington, who got you guys on a
How you like them apples, Summerobe?
Entire team. Now he's.
How do you like them apples or them Arby's, Summerobe?
Or have you had to adjust a little bit to it?
Yamamoto looks promising. He got rocked yesterday, Mr. Nobody. He got rocked.
I have, like I said, developed.
Next interview going to be the Braves bat boy.
And we do a majority of all that stuff. But still doing his drills. Tui was on the backfield when Wash was there and hitting the fungos. So we're still doing a lot of that. And like I said, the vibes.
Miss Sarah rolled in here and
just been awesome. I think we're keeping things rolling.
Just broke Summerobe's heart, y'all.
To go into season, so it should be good.
So who argues now with Tui?
Oh man.
He's pretty quiet. No, not many.
I mean,
it's Ozzy. It's Ozzy and
Kimberly Rogers. Welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor will be proud.
No, he's not. He's still himself. Him, we're all right there, locker mates. Him, Arcia, me, Olsen, and there's still a good bit of trash talk going around.
Oh, good.
So it's still good.
I've read about Maven. Are you one of those guys? What is that?
You'd have to ask Olsen. I've never been.
Okay.
I know it's a lot of the force plate stuff.
Break them out. Take a seat. Over there.
I've never been to it.
All right.
You just got struck out
in that Atlanta area that some of the players have gone
by the Braves pitcher,
what do you
whose name they've covered up on my screen.
How do you stay in shape?
Go back home. My dad's my hitting coach. I obviously have Mike Brumley as my off-season hitting coach during season. I go to Texas with him. For me personally, right now it's about staying mobile and staying flexible.
Right, summer I'd buy you lunch if you were here.
Stay at third base.
I can be patient for my Arby's later.
And that's, like I said, I really focus on that. Let my body
Dave Roberts
recover.
coming up to talk about adding Shohei Ohtani, among other things.
Looking back over the past year and what can I do.
So the pitcher for the Braves is Lopez. The batter now, Abreu, the number 6 hitter. He's 1 for 1 today.
Getting better with him.
He comes up with 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 6th.
Heat from saying, I'm still
Braves up 3-1.
A ton, but it's getting better.
How's Acuna doing? And we asked Harris if he could wrap his head around the numbers that he put up.
It's unreal. I mean, like I said, I've been with him since low A, and just to see him progress.
Ball fouled off.
And he just continues to get better. And I think he's going to get better. As hard as that, believe.
That's how the lighting is today, y'all. No matter what I do.
There's still some left in the tank. He's a special player.
No matter what I do, I just be red.
You got to stay healthy. And I think he can do another, have another magical season.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and Valdez Abreu, I should say, stepped out to call timeout. Do you have a philosophy on when you
want to try an Arby's brown sugar bacon sandwich, says Mr. Nobody. I've seen that on the commercials.
Pretty simple. The only time I would really say time.
Cliches will be flying, says Mr. Summerobe with any interview with Roberts.
Get 0-2 really quick. Just kind of need to step back a little breather. That's about the only time. But I like to
just barely foul first side. Jack Morris is pitching 10 innings in Game 7 for the win. Is my favorite Braves memory, says T. Kubler.
Any issues this year with the pants for you?
No, they've been fine.
It's a 2-hour drive for you?
Some adjustments on just like the tailoring to make sure they fit a little bit better, and I know they're working on it, so it's getting better.
Now pull the curtain back. How's the rest of this day work? You're done. You're not playing anymore. What do you get in the car? You drive back. How's this work?
So I'm gonna go back home. Mama and the little one are at home.
Yeah.
He's been sick the last couple days, so try to relieve her. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law are coming into town today, so get to hang out with them, see them. So it should be.
Right. So Abreu draws the 2-out walk.
How old is the little one?
He'll be 2 in April. We got another one coming in August.
Oh, congratulations. Good for you.
It's balls to the wall at the house.
All hands on deck.
No doubt.
All hands on deck. Sleeping through the night, always has, never has.
Yeah,
good.
He's great. He's like 11 to 12.
It's going to bring up Valdez, who's 0 for 2 on the day. The next pitch by Lopez will be pitch number 33.
Put him down at 8 and
pop straight up
get him up till he's
to the left of home plate.
7:30.
Third baseman calls off the catcher, makes the catch.
So he's a great sleeper. We've been truly blessed.
We're going to the top of the seventh.
Hey, I know. I'm
Braves
like,
3.
I didn't get anything over there today except
Red Sox 1.
Hey, thanks, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
On the 91, a 2-hour drive. I'm not at Arby's, and I don't like their food, says Sheila. Okay. Did you just prank us, says Summer O? Sheila was like, that's a fact, Jack. Yes. Did I say Sheila? I said Sarah. All right, we picked up 3 subs. Let me update it. Something's going to pop up on your screen here. Ignore it. $14,755 on the subscriber count. We call our subscribers here the Berserkers. 90 on the member side. Those are the V-Homies. Morris was flashy, but he backed everything up when he signed as a free agent with the Twins. Showed up in full-length fur coat. Summer Obe says, put me in the corner for a while. He looked like a cop, says Greasy Flight. Kimberly says Austin Riley going to win the Golden Glove this year. You a Braves fan, Miss Kimberly? He seems like a really good guy. I remember, wasn't he a free agent last year, going into last year? And I remember thinking I wanted him on the Dodgers. We back at it.
Day, apparently one of the relievers played a little trick on him, which would require some agility. So if the knee was like that bad, I would think you would never do something like they did to him, right?
It's always a reliever. I guarantee you there's a reliever behind any prank that goes on.
Swing and a miss.
I guarantee you, usually it's a lefty.
Yes.
This is post-injury, and he's, showing up at the camp, just walking and minding his own business.
This ball line drive.
Seeing eye single.
Into right field.
Out of Alvarez Jr.
So Alvarez Jr. with the leadoff single for the Braves.
Was it A.J. Minter? Is that who was behind this?
I miss football, says Greasy. Side checks in. What's up?
The fake snake out of the grass.
The robe taking a seat. Over there.
Way to go, Ronnie.
Yep,
well,
NFL draft late April.
Goes,
I was thinking this morning,
I was like, okay,
I'm still pissed at the Minnesota Vikings, y'all. I am still in a bad, dark place with my Minnesota Vikings. I'm thinking I might not stream their games this year for the first time in the 4-year history of this channel.
This is Joe
I figured they don't deserve
Red Sox.
My time and effort. Clown crap franchise, y'all.
So a lot
Outside
of people
ball.
look at what the Dodgers did and just assume that they are the team coming out of the National League. And obviously, the Braves would beg to differ, the Phillies and many other teams. How do you as a player?
Last time I called a
Tony,
girl
we'll
the
start
wrong
with you.
name,
Go
I had
into
to
a
leave the
season
state
when
for a
you
few
know what
days.
the other teams have done, and you're on a really competitive team.
Yeah, you just take care of your own business. You know, if you're the Braves.
Held off.
Hey, I mean, there's no real narrative here other than let's just get back there again and give ourselves
World
another
Series
chance in
odds. The
postseason,
Dodgers
even though
are the
obviously
favorite at plus
they were
350.
really disappointed
Braves
last
number
year,
2
and
at
the end
plus
of the day, when they
550.
lost out to Philly,
Astros
but
number 3 at
get
plus
right back
800.
there again. They've got all the
Yankees
pieces in place,
at
whereas
plus
contrast,
900. The Orioles
the
at
Red
plus
Sox,
1200, and the
they're trying to sell
Rangers at
themselves
plus
as the underdog. Nobody
1400.
believes in us. We're better than you think we are.
On the ground,
This ball, a grounder. Scooped up by the second baseman. They get the runner. No, they call him safe at first.
Blue crowd not necessarily agreeing. Pablo Reyes is over there, kind of ball and glove in hand and on hips. Coney had him out.
I had him out.
Yeah, pitchers usually have runners out, Coney.
Heck of a play.
I'll tell you this, I thought he was going to do the 360 and turn around, went against his body a little bit, and it took off from the throw, but great effort nonetheless.
So back-to-back singles.
All right, so the Braves are in business like Arby's.
Now batting in the leadoff spot for the Braves.
Well, Carl, to
2 runners on, no
it's
outs.
such a long season, and so
Here in
many
the top of the 7th.
variables can happen with injuries and just
Sorry about
guys
your Vikings.
not being able to start off strong. That Alex
Trivia
Cora
question
has to
for today,
motivate
says
his
T.
guys within.
Kubler. Morris was from St. Paul, Minnesota, and made it into the Hall of Fame. There are also 3 guys from St. Paul elected to the Hall of Fame. Who are the other 3 St. Paul natives
Take care of their business the same way that they
in the
did last
MLB
year,
Hall
if
of
they're
Fame?
able to. They're going to be where they're supposed to be.
Potential lineup: Mookie, Shohei, Freddie, Will Smith, Mad Max, Outman,
One
Kiki,
thing that can
Hayward,
help a
Lux.
team like the Braves is a guy like Chris Sale in postseason play. If he's on his A game,
Oh, he can ask a trivia
the
question.
offense
No
has
big
an
deal.
off night, or you have too much of a layoff in between
No big deal.
playoff series. That somebody like a Chris
Anybody
Sale
know
can
the
step
answer
up and win
to
the
T.
game
Kubler's question?
for you. That's a difference maker in postseason play. I've seen it
33
time and
likes,
time again.
323
The Braves
views.
are built on pitching. Their whole history. 3 Hall of Famers I competed against, Glavine, Maddox, and Smoltz, and those are guys who could take over a game and win you a big game when your offense is down or when the other pitcher's pitching well.
RM, did you see this fight announcement today? RM?
Spring, he showed real good signs
In
of
July?
health and improvement at the end of last year. And Anthopoulos has been on sale for a while. And now
I saw
he's
that this
in
morning.
camp,
I was
he's
like,
throwing
what?
95 to 97 and claims to have come off an offseason in
Jake
which
Paul
he
versus
didn't have
Mike
to deal with
Tyson
any
in July
rehab. And when you as players know you can go through an
at the
offseason
home of the
not worrying about
Cowboys.
getting something better other than just your regular body aches that you deal with, well, that's a huge thing for Sale. And now
Yes,
he joins the
MLB, all
Braves,
graduated
gives
from
another
high
year
school
on his
between
contract.
70 and 2000. Grew up within 5
And
miles
it's
of
not
each other.
David Cohn hired gun, get me to the World Series.
At
and
Tyson
win it, but it
versus
is a
Jake
guy that
Paul.
can certainly be a huge asset
At the Cowboys'
let
house.
alone helping Strider and some of the younger guys, right?
Yeah, there's no question about it. He has been extremely impressive in spring training so far.
They're the only guys from
His
Minnesota
health
to
is
make,
back.
I don't know.
And he's a true 3-pitch pitcher as well. You know, aside from his funky style, you know, his delivery hard to pick up.
I don't know the
arms and
answer,
legs
T. Kubler. I don't
coming
know
at
it.
you. I've heard people describe his delivery as like an octopus
Killebrew?
falling out of a tree.
Right.
You know, like a Jim Fury
Is
golf swing.
Killebrew one of them?
It's hard to pick
Was
up.
Rod
It's
Carew
very
from St.
deceptive,
Paul?
And a true 3-pitch guy that can mix it up.
Guys, Jeff Passan had our colleague here at ESPN
I missed an
had
out.
a great story today about Sale and
Or it's coming up. Looks like I missed 2 of them.
Bright
speed up the
Stars coming
audio.
up. Hits a shot to the shortstop.
I double play.
And Wall, even with his speed, is thrown out. Good.
Wow, I'm really screwing it up now, y'all. Really screwing it up now. Boo Boo does not like you using those number keys.
X. Just sign X, breathe. What is wow?
Tyson comes in at 2%, he'll send Paul to hell in 10 seconds. You think so? Jake Paul beat Tyson? Says Sheila. Rod Carew is from Panama. Paul Molitor is one. I was just naming twins. I don't know. Jack Morris, maybe. No to Killebrew Carew. Killebrew was from Idaho. Kent Herbeck says Dab Dave. Joe Maurer says Kern. I'm not sure, Mr. Nobody. I don't know who's going to play in that futures game. Trevor Bauer pitching against the Dodgers. It's the team he got to sign with. What you talking about, Eddie? What you talking about, Eddie? Has somebody signed Bauer? Coca-Cola Spiced. Anybody tried it? The new Coca-Cola Spiced?
Night this week, Robert Thomas and the Blues, third game of their 5-game East Coast roadie against Jack Hughes and the Devils will start at 7 Eastern. The Point.
Hey, there's Theo's game tonight. Blues play the Devils on ESPN.
On ESPN2. Andrew Bailey's the pitching coach for the Red Sox. Are you a hockey guy,
It's
Andrew,
all over Twitter and Instagram.
Flyers fan, I guess you could say, but turned into a Bruins fan recently. So.
There you go.
Hard answer.
Hard to go wrong with either one of those teams. The Bruins have been playing great the last few years, obviously.
You know what Eddie's talking about. I didn't hear about Bauer getting signed.
Yeah. Right. And now your job is to get the Red Sox to rejoin them.
Yeah, excited for that,
Oh,
man.
Dave Winfield.
Good staff going.
Nice.
The culture's amazing, and a lot of
Nice.
excitement around here.
We keep hearing great things about Andrew Bailey and what he does, and Alex Cora was trying to explain it. How would you sell yourself? What are the attributes, the assets that you bring to help improve a pitching staff?
We have really good players, man. There's a lot of talent in that room. They play the game. We just want to be able to support them and supply the tools necessary to get the best out of them.
Winfield played college basketball at the University of Minnesota.
Looking forward to continuous spring training and getting into the season.
Yeah, Andrew,
Joe Mauer, newly elected.
From the days, when you're rookie of the year.
Miss Sarah says, I am a Blues fan.
To now,
I figured.
fast forward, the changes you've seen, the things
I was
you
thinking
look for
Kirby,
in
but I
terms of
remembered he's from
whether it's the
Illinois,
toys,
says
the
Cy.
analytics side of things or the high-speed cameras. What are the numbers that you look
Someone
at
needs to
when you
find out what the hell Eddie's talking
terms of
about.
pitch
Someone go to
design or
Twitter,
what you're doing
find out if
nowadays?
Bauer got
Yeah,
signed.
there's a lot that goes into that.
By
think
someone, I
obviously
mean
early in my
Valhalla.
career,
Go to Twitter.
We didn't have that information.
Sorry
and,
if I screw up the score here, y'all. I'm
unfortunately,
tight.
but fortunately for me, injuries kind of piled up, and I had to kind of learn different routes. And so I was invested in kind of the analytics side and the movement profiles of things, with TrackMan and throughout the course of my career and towards the end. And
Trevor Bauer is joining the Asian Breeze, a Japanese travel team who try to help undiscovered players get in front of scouts against MLB teams. They are playing the Dodgers in 3 days. Bauer is set to pitch in that game against his former team.
All that kind of stuff when it comes to the pitch metrics. But
So the Asian Breeze is who he signed
what
with.
makes them successful and lean on our strengths at all costs.
Now, do you do this now?
Breaking news
as
there.
an example.
But a
Real-time
horrible
information
delivery.
during the game. Or how
Eddie
much
Arce.
information can you get from
Horrible
data,
delivery.
and how much can you relay that quickly in between innings?
Yeah, I mean, there's, different stadiums have different information. They have the scoreboards, and depends on where you go. They have, certain metrics available. And Major League Baseball with the iPads between innings, they reset at the start of the next inning. But you're able to see kind of what the
Mauer
movement
be in the Hall of
profiles
Fame,
are,
but not Garvey.
Generally
Truth.
speaking, our pitchers in general know what they need to do to create the movement that they need to. So if you see a certain pitch type off, you're able to kind of triage that in the moment between innings. At least at my previous employer, the guys were well versed, and here they are as well. So just want to take
Harvey
that
probably
same
slept with
system
the Hall of
into
Fame wives
season.
of the
And again,
voters.
it's supporting them with the with the tools necessary for them to have to be successful.
Tony Owen says Trevor Bauer will never pitch in the MLB again. I agree. Okay, a ground out for the first out.
How involved are you when some pitcher complains about pain that they didn't have
Second
prior
out.
that day?
Yeah, obviously, tough news for Lucas. He's in a great mind space right now, true competitor, and he'll be good long term. And you never want to see that. For us, we didn't really know until he got into the dugout. And it's just unfortunately part of the game. Injuries are, the tough part of the baseball.
How do you judge your success, Andrew, from beginning
Ground
of
ball
season
up the
to
middle, slow roller, first base. They get him.
I mean, obviously, win-loss record. We want to be in the playoffs, but for us as a staff,
we head to the
wanna
top
be
of the
viewed
eighth.
in the upper echelon of staffs at the end of the season.
Bye, Boston guy. Bye bye. Do agree, Mauer is pretty damn iffy for the Hall of Fame, says Summer Road. Didn't he get banned like the sticky stuff? Says Dab Dave. Every Hall of Fame has those borderline guys. Mauer was winning a couple of batting titles as a catcher, says T. Kubler. Steve Garvey won MVP in the National League. He's like one of the longest playing players too, an Ironman of the sport. There's no way Steve Garvey does not deserve to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Maybe it's just me, but most men don't care for their women unconscious, says Johnny Owen. I mean, horrible, y'all, but I agree. I mean, what the hell, bro? What would possess you? Not only if you were rich, but just what would possess somebody to say, yeah, this is a kink. This is a kink. I'm going to knock this girl out unconscious. And she's going to be okay with it. She's absolutely going to be okay with it. I say F the Hall anymore. Bonds, Clemens, etc. When MLB turned a blind eye instead of doing something about it. Shame on the MLB. Remember, a lot of these voters care a lot if they're the media darlings. Yeah, there's no way Pete shouldn't be in there either. There's no way Pete shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame either. I mean, if you want to do him dirty, don't let him go to the ceremony or whatever, but put him in. He belongs in the Hall of Fame. I just saw a husband and wife up in the stands wearing matching shirts. Any married people in the chat that dress like their significant other?
We're going to showcase the game's young talent.
I am team no way in hell on dressing exactly like my significant other.
So many of the game's best and brightest and youngest on the
No
field.
way in
12
hell.
to 16 breakout games will be seen on ESPN Plus. And here's some of the names. Jackson Holliday breaking camp with the Orioles, fellas. What do we think?
What a day yesterday.
Oh, should be in as a player, not a manager anyway, says Cy.
They're a better team when he's on that field.
Well, then
I'm telling you, they should put them in together.
Yeah, Jump Street. It's a great statement right there. Are we better? That was the Cal Ripken line for years. Why do I play every day?
Rose and Garvey in on the exact same day.
We're a better team.
They crossed paths in baseball history.
Rodriguez, the lefty, is on the mound for the Red Sox. We are in the 8th inning, and Buster set with an update.
Yeah, guys, right now I'm in the process of talking with executives around the sport and polling them on different topics. And one of the questions I have for them is, who's the best player under 23? And think about it. You know, guys like Corbin Carroll is eligible under that. Julio Rodriguez. Half the votes coming in are for Jackson Holliday.
It was Pete F. and Rose. Even grandmothers knew who he was, says Summer O.
It's an interesting conversation.
Rose,
about,
Garv,
is
and
the
Lester
game
Hayes need to
getting
be in.
Younger. It's
Says
been some
Cy.
pushback on, Well, I'm not sure the game's getting younger.
I'm telling you,
even though it feels
Cy,
like
I'm telling
there's a
you,
lot,
dude.
maybe more
Lester
younger
Hayes
players
is
who
one
are
of those
having a
people you
bigger
meet in your
impact on
life,
the game,
dude,
but is the
and you
game
never forget him.
getting actually
You will
younger
never
as far
forget
as
him.
the age goes? What do you think?
There's an
I do
energy with
think
him.
among the younger players
There
coming
was an
up,
energy
they're
with
better
him,
prepared, better trained,
an
they
excitement.
understand more now
You
than ever before
felt
what it's going to take to be successful.
you
on the
felt
big
that
league
you
level.
had
Especially on
you
the
had drawn a
pitching
lucky
side.
straw the day that you got
Coming
to
out of
meet
some of the
Lester
college
Hayes,
programs
and
that
I
you
met
guys
him a
know
number
and
of
covered in
times.
College
I
World
told you
Series.
that he
These
used
guys
to
are
give
coming
me
out of
the
these major college
chewing
programs
tobacco
ready
every
to
week,
go.
right?
It feels a little strange that Evan Carter's even on that
All right, this
list,
guy's
given
out.
the impact he had last September, but ESPN bets AL Rookie of the Year odds.
The Raiders
He's
players
on
every
top,
week, they would get a shipment.
Langford, who was another
A
guy
rep
knocking
for
on
a
the Rangers'
Skull
door.
would
It's like,
stop
yeah, I'm
by
willing
the
to
Raiders
play
facility
on
and
opening
give
day.
each player like a brick of
I
10,
think it's real. You look at Jackson
cans of
as
Skull,
well.
and just
You know,
give
from
it
the
to him.
Milwaukee Brewers signing that multi-year
And I got into a deal where
contract, and
Lester would give me
look,
his
the
brick
players, and
every
I had a
week. He would save
conversation
it
with
for
Christian
me
Yelich
and then
about
give it to me.
in
And then I would
Milwaukee,
sell that,
in their camp.
them
and he's
one
like,
at a time for
these
$3
guys
a pop
understand
in high
the
school.
approach early on, and I think that's what
And that was
sets
my
a lot of
movie
these young
money, my
players
date money.
aside from others.
Pop up infield,
So, but is that
caught.
Bryson Horn flies out? Is that different than it was when you were
But he was
coming up?
such a
Like,
character, man.
I think the talk is different. I think the conversations are different. And I
He
think
was
also
such a
at the
character.
a lot of the college players.
He would hand me
we've
that
seen
brick,
make an
the brick of
impact, but
Skull,
even
and
the
be
high
like,
school players. Obviously, Jackson
"Hey,
Holiday,
man," like we were doing a drug
pedigree,
deal or some shit.
understands the game really well at a young age. So he's not going to make those on-the-field mistakes as others
Too
that
funny.
need more seasoning at the minor league level. He's well ahead of the game, but Evan
Just like
Carter
Bozo
last
the
year
Clown if she's hot, says
everyone.
Johnny
I even
Owen.
think he shocked the Texas Rangers.
I
Is
think
she
the plate discipline, right? The ability to be mature at the
I
plate.
forgot
Forget
the
bat to
question,
ball
Johnny.
stuff, Just the plate discipline.
It reminded
I was
me
like,
of
what the hell
Juan
is wrong with
Soto when
Johnny?
He was in the minor leagues, and they told him, don't swing at pitches out of the zone. Just tighten it up, and if you do that, you're going to get to the big leagues. Evan Carter had that same conversation with different
$3 a
person,
pop, bro.
and he was able to make that adjustment.
$30
like that,
a
and
week.
That's not easy.
Like
And
clockwork.
We're seeing a lot of younger players be able to do that.
Cal Conley swings and misses.
The Skull people knew that I was coming to sell on Monday morning. First come, first serve. And I was always sold out by 10 a.m.
Well, those are MVP guys, and they're rookies of the year. Now the rookies of the year are right in that conversation.
And they're playing
Those used to
major
pull a lot of
roles
trims to
defensive
Summer Road.
side of it as well. Ezekiel Tovar, who nobody really even talks about much in Colorado, is a special shortstop. And he's not even 23 as well. So these are guys that are making impacts and are being noticed.
Van Raffaella has moved into center field. You talk about potential impact players. He's one of those for the Red Sox, and they don't know their outfield alignment, partly because they don't know if the hit tool is yet where they want it for him to be the everyday center fielder.
I mean, look at the Reds.
I always thought it was weird that he gave him to me, too, because he actually chewed.
It was a dynamic athlete.
It was weird that he gave it to
Speed
me
and
because
power,
he
so-
actually chewed. Maybe he wasn't a green can guy or
Yeah,
something. I don't
Rafael,
know.
too, as well.
Swing and a miss for the third out.
Maybe this is what full throttle meant. The pace of the game. We're full throttle here.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe.
Young Val thought he was young Henry Hill selling cigs to the feds. Walt Garrison used his whole roll of Skull. Marcus Allen, another Raider that it was fun to talk to. Even though every time you met Marcus, he acted like you were bugging the absolute shit out of him. Every time. Brand new Ferrari every year. Yeah, it sure is. It's a potential NBA Finals matchup. Just a peach between your cheek and gum. Keebler always pulling out cool retro names. Will I ever tell you all this story? You remember when Skull Bandits came out, chat? Do you remember when Skull Bandit first came out? I was in Army basic training when Skull Bandits launched. And I remember going down to the Class 6 and buying my first thing of Skull Bandits, putting 2 in. I had never chewed before in my life now, y'all. Never chewed anything, nothing. So I put 2 of these packets in my lower lip in South Carolina in the middle of June. Humidity out the ass, a hot day. Put 2 in my mouth and decide I'm going to walk across the parade field back to my Army barracks. I get about halfway across that field and the world begins to spin. Round and round it went until I hit the floor. And I look up at the South Carolina sky, wondering what the hell just happened, and then drag my ass back to the barracks.
Be right near the.
I
I
appreciate
don't
it.
think I
What
even
a day
finished
today
that whole
here
can
in,
of Skull
Fort Myers.
Bandits.
It's a beautiful day. It's unbelievable. It's great being down here. This is my second day back in spring training, and it's been incredible.
And do you have the ability to name? Can you name every team you've been on? Have you? I'm sure
Long
you
before
can.
the current
ability, I
nicotine
don't know if we
pouches,
have
yep. Earl Campbell did
try.
Skull ads.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's go.
That was my childhood with
Cubs,
no remote. You sat and
Baltimore,
watched all the
Boston,
commercials. Dandy Don Meredith and the
Cleveland,
Lipton Tea Plunge.
New York,
5.
Yankees. Let's see, L.A., Dodgers, Minnesota, L.A. Angels, New York Mets, Tampa Bay Rays.
If they walk him, they walk
Who else am I missing? Oh, San
Dahlbeck.
Diego,
12.
Pittsburgh. Is that 13?
I think you may have
That's
landed
13.
it. I
That's
think
it.
you landed it.
Damn,
Yeah.
Dave says I used to chew Grizzly
Long
long
Island Ducks,
cut.
That's right. That's
He
right.
said Pittsburgh at the end.
Zimmer, my God,
Yeah,
Mount
so
Rushmore
what are
of
you doing
spitter,
now?
says Summer
Nice.
O.
I don't mean sitting here right now.
Yeah, well, we were just over with WEI and doing a couple games down here in spring training yesterday and today.
Red Sox are running here. Red Sox
It's safe at second.
Listen to the crowd. They've been waiting for this.
Yeah, that's
Stolen
a little
base.
excitement right there, and great base running steal by Bobby Dahlbeck.
The great Bobby Dahlbeck.
Keebler says the Army is where I dipped.
Nice
It
walk,
helped
too.
to
That
kill
was
the
good.
time
Good
in the
play.
motor
We
pool
had Joey Votto
or out in
on
the
earlier,
field.
and he is just jonesing to play again.
Yeah,
We
I've
had
seen
an
a couple of the
inspection one
pictures.
time,
I
Keebler.
love the.
I have a picture. I was like the
Are you riding the
squad
same
leader
boat or no?
guy
Yeah, I might go pick him up and maybe
in
we'll
basic
meet up at the
training.
spring training facility.
And
See
we
if
had
they start
a,
working
I have a
out.
picture
Together.
of me looking all haggard standing over my squad
Just his passion
and really
for the game
angry
and
looking.
his insight and his,
And that picture was
creativity that he
taken
brings to the plate is awesome.
just before an
Have you seen
IG
this guy,
inspection
Rafaela, play?
where the big old
Just,
dude
a
from
little bit over the last
Texas,
couple days, I know that he's got a really nice swing.
toss-looking guy,
Obviously highly touted.
just seconds before our room was about to be inspected, knocked his chew cup over from the top shelf in his locker,
It's a
where it immediately
quiet
tipped
lull,
sideways and poured down the arms of all of his clothing that was hanging in the locker.
in the backfields and in the
He
cages
spent
and
that
watching the
inspection
bullpens and watching them
locked
do their
inside his
workout in the
locker
backfields throwing.
with his shit.
I think they're going to surprise a lot of people, so it'll be really exciting to see them and something that
Thor
Boston
is ready,
looking
says
forward to is
Tish. Can I wait until after this inning?
You and Coney could have great pitching conversations just about how things evolved from when you first started to where they are now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one thing that we
Ever
were talking about
remember
last
why
inning
people
was the
wrap
sweeper.
chew in bubble
I was
gum?
talking about the sweeper and how the grip pressure and
Love being part of this
seam
community. I'm
changing,
proud of my
or,
brother. He has an
how
army.
that
My
affects
cousin
how the wind
served.
is
He
changing,
does.
where your
He does
grip is on the
contracting for the
ball
military
and
now.
how
And my
the
grandpa, who
wind is
passed,
catching
served in the
ball
Korean
and
War.
How that affects the spin on the ball.
Contreras grounds out to second.
So
You remember the first time that you saw the spin rate on your curveball?
Yeah, actually with Brian Bannister and Gus Quattlebaum, who introduced me to Brian Bannister back in 2015, and
She's
opened up my
actually at work today, Kerb.
mind and possibilities, the creativity.
She's in at the
of
office, not
what I
working
could
from
do with
home.
the breaking ball. I've always been able to spin a ball. That's why I was drafted. That's why I got to the big leagues. But being able to take that breaking ball and turn it into a number.
We got
amount of
2 outs
pitches,
here.
7
I
or
might
8
just end the
different
stream and
pitches,
go get him.
Really expanded my creativity and just what he said to me was, how many times can you change the shape of the breaking ball? And I think that's something that really clicked with me. And again, that's what I love to see.
This ball hits shallow center. It's going to drop in between the 2 fielders for a base hit.
Guys explore themselves. Guys come into their own, and you see guys become big leaguers. Within a spring training, and that's exciting. And especially as I get older.
She's a cutie pie. There's Sarah.
From a coach's standpoint, and
check your text
guys
message. Are
still in the game, and why they're coaching in the game, and to see those moments.
You are not the boss of me, COO. I told her in about an hour or so. I'll send her payment right now. Okay, I got you. I will go get him the moment this game ends.
Yeah, there's no place to play like Boston. I mean, I love it there, and the passion that the fans have and the intensity that they bring every single game is really felt. And I think that's something that's special.
For what, COO?
Did you have a favorite place to play,
Uh-oh.
or was there a favorite city, and why?
Well, I mean, L.A. was great. Loved it in L.A., and we won in L.A.
Yeah.
I think that was something. And it's not, many great teammates, unbelievable clubs that I've played for. Chicago being the first one where I came up with, and walking into that locker room with, some great players that I grew up watching and seeing how they went about their business, and just kind of the effect and culmination of my own career, and picking little pieces from players along the way and what they did, and adding it into my own repertoire. And you take little pieces from the ballparks as well.
Ken Giles is on the mound, of course. The
wind blew the gate shut,
closer
yo.
who's attempting to make a big comeback here with the Braves, and has been very impressive so far this spring.
Rich, are we going to see you in uniform July, August?
Now that is called compromise. Politicians should learn
Bryce,
that
he's
word.
12 years old, and it's
I
his
have
last year
a
with
we have
the
a
senior season, as I
yellow
was saying,
lab, Miss
so,
Sarah. Yellow lab.
Can't wait to watch him play. You can't get that time back. So there were offers and opportunities.
Has Rich Hill ever smiled in his life? I was wondering who the hell that was. I was wondering who the hell that was.
The competitor inside of me wanted that.
You have a Shih Tzu Bicone mix. Nice. I love dogs, Miss Sarah. I love me some dogs.
Maybe we will see you in August in Williamsport.
Yeah.
Right, they walk him.
Yeah, I think,
I missed a run being scored by Boston.
definitely
Boston trying to come back here, y'all.
Joe Castiglione and his induction to the Hall of Fame. That's going to be great.
Yes.
And after that, get ready and.
That's a good idea. Half a season.
Yeah, half a season. Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be there for teaching moments for our son, 12 years old.
Hello, Paul Strike.
Something that, see the kids' faces. And
Roger Clemens had a deal like that where he'd start and then they'd let him go home and do his side work at home in Texas.
Or checks in, says,
just on the days he started.
Hey, Valhalla. What's up, Cameron?
That was Rocket.
That would be nice to get one.
His name is Bandit. Thor.
Yeah.
The mighty Thor.
Yeah, there's something special about
Thornelius
Boston.
when he's in trouble.
The ballpark. It's like Wrigley. It kind of sneaks up on you when you're driving up to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're pulling into the neighborhood, and you're like, what is it? The crowds are getting thicker, and then all of a sudden you see the ballpark, and there it is.
Nick York, swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
How do you like the accent?
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
My voice has kind of become a little bit more.
One of the weirdest pitchers back in the day was Kent Jacoby.
Yeah.
I used to, Mark, I used to love to try to throw like Kent Jacoby when I played ball.
Kind of like, all right. But playing with players all over the country.
I can still throw like that to this day. Absolutely can still throw like that to this day.
I'll tell you what, the infielders here with the Red Sox have looked good all day. Andy Fox.
You could pick one player in this absolute prime for your team. Who would you take, Clemens or Pedro Martinez? Bouncer. They get him at first.
At second base by Luke Waddell.
So we go to the top of the
Thank you,
ninth.
guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Carl.
We're going to have a full inning here. I might not finish this one, y'all.
Thanks, Aguado. Thank you very much.
Ooh, stuff.
I might not finish the stream, y'all, because I don't know if I want to do a full inning. Clemens or Pedro Martinez for the Dodgers right now in their prime? I think Martinez. Northwest Sports Fanatics has a dog. His name is Paisley, an American Staffordshire. Yeah, I've seen him talk about that dog a number of times, Miss Sarah. Who got the membership? I think it was Michael Negrete ended up getting it. I think Michael Negrete got the donated one. At least he said he did. I never saw an announcement on the stream, but he said he got it. All right, 35 likes, 418 views. Since we were talking about tobacco, sports, and pirates, I could still throw like Jacoby to this day, y'all. No lie. No lie. I mean, not as fast, but like a throw to any side. I think I throw better sidearm than I do overhand. At 14,755 subscriber count, 90 members. If Pedro didn't like you, he hit you, and he knew how to throw hands too, says Dab Dave. Jim Leyland smoking in the dugout has to be brought up, says T. Kubler. What'd Miss Sarah say? Oh, I mentioned it. Pirates had a lot of cool players in that era. Willie Stargell and his wind-up batting stance. How about the hats, y'all? How about the old Pirate hats? And stovetops. I owned one of those, y'all. I owned a Pittsburgh Pirate stovetop hat with the stars on it. Lynn Dawson of the Chiefs smoked a Marlboro Red during the Super Bowl. Yep. My favorite pitcher from the Cardinals was Chris Carpenter, says Sarah. I'm probably missing this game, y'all.
Litke.
Yep, we already got one out.
Gets a strikeout of Luis
Struck him out.
Liberato.
The best motivation for a team can be a big loss in postseason like that. We've seen it time and time again.
All right, so we're going to have to fight hard to get to 500 views, y'all.
And now they got a chip on their shoulder, as they should, and they should use that as motivation.
Carl, they have 18 guys on their roster who are locked
I know
up
was my second favorite.
multi-year deals. And
who would you take, George Brett or Tony Gwynn?
Four of those have club options. One of them's
Well, you got to remember, I have beef with George Brett, so I'm taking Gwynn.
Field, and that's down for a hit.
Even though he's an El Segundo alumni, I'm taking Gwynn.
I love the team-friendly concept when somebody's getting paid $168 million or $212 million. Isn't that also player-friendly? It's $212 million.
It's sort of the question of risk and reward for the players. Do you want to risk the injury part on your side and just wait for free agency on the club side too as well? You go out on a limb and you know.
Yeah.
You have exposure on both sides.
Yes.
And it all started with the Acuna Albies deals. That made it possible.
Yes.
That made it possible for trades to happen. That made it possible for locking up other players and being able to get them And
That's
that's what
because Brett played third
Anthopoulos has
base.
done, right?
It all continued with the development of the battery area.
100%.
And how much money
Arm
that
says
they
Gwen
generate,
batted
how much money the
302 with
team
2 strikes.
generates.
I mean, you look at right now with Ronald Acuna, if he would have gone year to year
I
like
don't
Soto,
I don't field
we
Kershaw
wouldn't be
questions in my
having
current
a
state of
ridiculous
mind.
conversation.
Sigh. I don't field Kershaw
But
questions,
they were able to lock him up.
so I
Then
pass.
make the tough decision on Freddie Freeman and go after Matt Olson, the local kid.
Yep.
Kershaw is my hated one to your Freddie
Tony,
Freeman.
we're talking about how failure can motivate teams. Like, I think one of the great examples of that in the last 30 years is when you were on the Yankees in '97. You were shocked by Cleveland in the playoffs that year, and the next year the team was absolutely driven through one of the greatest seasons ever, 125 wins. But you know what? It's not only the Braves who I think will do that this year. I think the Phillies are absolutely focused because they
Bro
know
says
that
the
in
Dodgers
middle
could
of
use Brett
October
now more
last
than
year,
Gwen. Probably
they were
true.
probably the best team.
I'm still not picking him.
They lost that series at Diamondbacks. A ton of regret there. I think the
Nope.
Dodgers are going to be playing with a lot of pressure on their shoulders. Expectation to win the
The
World
wild part
Series.
is a good friend of mine is married to George
National
Brett's
League
brother,
race.
Kimmer,
With the strikeout
and they live in
there of
Phoenix now.
Alvarez Jr. What do you have, 5 rings,
And I
right?
struck this
5
guy
World
out.
Series. So that's conceptually a great idea of we're mad, we're now going to win. But it's not as simple as that. What goes into
Can anyone
having
not like
5
Kirsch, you bum?
championships? What goes into
You know, you
winning
worry about if
a
guys
championship?
cry or not. I worry
starts in
about
the
if people
offseason
melt
immediately.
down
You know, did you go right
every
back to work?
freaking chance
These
they
guys
get
are
in the
getting together,
postseason.
working out at facilities together. And you come into
That's
spring
what I
training
worry
ahead
about
of
as
the
a
curve
Dodger
little bit,
fan.
and that leads to better health, less injuries, you know, potentially. Because you know what? I got myself in ready
Lynn
to
was
play
very
in the
unselfish
offseason, and I used that as
on a
motivation.
horrible
whether it was
Padres
weight
team.
room, studying the videos, whatever needed to be worked on.
Reminds me of a guy playing in
I'll ask
Anaheim,
when we come
Summer
back,
Road.
think about it. Was there a
Prime Mike
tangible
Trout or a
difference
Chiro.
between the
I would want
years we
Trout
didn't win
just
it
because I
and the
think
ones
he brings
we
the
did?
excitement
And
for
maybe
me.
it's luck, but I'll ask them when we come back.
All right, we're through. We're
I
through
have
the top of the
moderate to
ninth.
severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Sky.
We made it to the bottom of the ninth. Dab Dave says that's a tough one right there. Of course, a Chiro would literally break the internet as far as Japanese viewers on Valhalla Sports Talk. You know what the analytics said last night when I brought them up, y'all? I told you there was a huge raise in numbers of viewers from Japan. Remember I told you that? And it was like 50% United States, 30% Japan. Well, now that number today reads like 35% America, 34% Japan. And then we get like Mexico and Korea and things like that. It's crazy. I'd still take a Chiros, a Shiros' sigh. My, how the tables have turned. Mine, how the turns have tabled. I'm going to have to learn Japanese, y'all. I'm going to have to learn how to speak Japanese. All right, here we go. Back to it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can the Braves hold on here and get the dub?
That's not bad, right, Roberto? You didn't even see me give it, did you?
They're interviewing the Braves manager again. I like him. I like this guy that manages the Braves.
And that I'm outdoorsy.
Swing and a miss,
and that
struck
I'm
him
a
out.
traveler and I draw. These are all they're props.
Oh, they're
like,
replaying the interviews from today, y'all.
I'm trying to build a brand.
You saw Pivetta today. Tanner has been throwing the ball well. Can we keep going, or are we?
No, Capitan.
They're replaying the interviews from today. Is what's going on, but there's one out already. No, I take it back. There's not one out.
That's the beauty of the microphone. It works every time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Now
sir.
there's one out.
All the guys, we appreciate them putting the microphones on today and look forward to continuing that a little bit during the regular season as well.
Hero went 3K hits in 2 leagues. He broke Rose's record if he played in the U.S. his whole career.
As Reese McGuire will come back.
Samarobe argues Trout had the best 8-year run of all time.
Couple outs left. Most looking forward to in the regular season when the thing gets going, Coney.
I'm Trout or Prime Griffey.
I'll show
If
my
I can get
bias a little
Prime
bit, but
Griffey
watching
under
Juan
any
Soto
circumstance,
in the Bronx is going to be something.
put him in
that's
Dodger
must-see
blue.
TV. So, right off the top of my head, just he's that kind of a game changer.
Absolutely. Could you imagine Prime Griffey on this Dodger team in 2024?
One of the differences is that,
My God.
that motivation that starts in the offseason after a devastating loss really does have an impact on your mentality.
Ryan Snitker is his name. I like him.
But health is the other key.
I like him. I liked his interview.
A crapshoot. That's a luck of the draw. Some players get hurt. But the way you mitigate that is through your off-season program, getting yourself ready to come into spring training so that when you show up the first day of spring training, you're already ahead of the curve.
Is there an accountability if somebody got hurt? You're like, hey, we need you. We need you. Let's kind of kick it up a
Griffey
little
is
bit.
like the Ohtani of his era, y'all. Griffey is like the Ohtani of his era. He was box office excitement.
You don't need a manager or somebody else to get on you. It's
The little flare caught for the second out.
Somebody that's a leader in that clubhouse will come to you and say, hey, you're letting us down.
MLB Together,
Hero won a Japan series and 2 World Baseball Classics, says Kern.
Causes, mental wellness efforts by teams, players in the league. To learn more, visit MLBtogether.com.
Williams 0 World Series appearances. I didn't know that.
Guys have to be driven. They
I didn't
have
know
to be
that.
accountable, and obviously there has to be talent. You get those 3 together, then you have a chance. And because we see all the time players getting together in the offseason, but if that team is not talented and they're just not ready yet to win, they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to get better. You think it take baby steps to get there, but the talent has to be real, and if that talent is sold on being accountable and driven,
You get ready to roll.
that's when we talk about these teams in October. Now, to the question you asked Coney earlier, I want to see the Shohei show. I want to see what is going to go on in LA. I want to see Bryce Harper at first base a full season, knowing that that's where he's going to be. I think he's going
Coached
to
under Cox.
be ready for a monster season.
It looks like Whitley
Can
may have
Danny
hurt
Heap
himself
and
up
Greg
there
Brock
at the
have a
mound.
ring, but not
Ryan
Ted
Snicker's
Williams?
Already signaled to the dugout, the bullpen, I should say. And there it goes. So
Come on,
never a
man.
good sign when a pitcher is calling out the medical staff to come and take him out of the game.
Oh, man.
All right, so this guy asked out of this game. All right, so betting closed. There were 5 bets on the Braves, 2 on the Red Sox.
I agree with you about Soto.
A little over 24,000 points in the
I
loyalty
think the NL
pot.
Central race is fascinating this year.
So
I think
ain't nobody
the Cubs
getting
and
rich.
The Reds are going to challenge the Cardinals. I'm not even certain the Cardinals are where the Reds and the Cubs are. I think the Mariners are a really good team in the AL West again, and their pitching is as good as there is in baseball.
Well, I'll be back on again later tonight, y'all. Celtics versus Nuggets on the channel.
NHL matchup, Penguins and the Bruins.
8 o'clock start. I'll probably go online at 7, and we'll watch the end of one of those earlier games.
Reignited primetime rivalry game of the Suns and the Celtics on ABC and UFC 299.
Sarah Small says that fish sandwich and fries from Arby's was awesome.
Saturday.
What's up, Andrew?
3, 6:30, 8:30, and 10. And don't forget, we're excited. Our Soul Series, March 20
Mark
and
says
21.
Strawberry had the best swing I've ever seen, but the drugs ruined him.
Korea. First ever regular season games. The
Dodgers receptionist has a damn ring, says Summer Robe.
standings.
Ashton G in the house. What's up, Ashton?
And the Padres, they will leave
Prediction, Dodgers go 2-0 to start the season after the Soul Series. You think they're going to win both over there?
Pacific on ESPN and the app. Buster, how about you? Big storyline going into the season.
I'm definitely looking forward to the American League West race. Absolutely fascinating. You got the Texas Rangers trying to become the first team since Coney's 98 to 2000 Yankees to go back-to-back. Bruce Bochy.
Best swing I've ever seen was Tony Glause's side.
They're going to be playing a little rope-a-dope, waiting for Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer to come back in mid-season. And then you have the Houston Astros, who, 7 straight years going to the American League Championship Series. Alex Bregman absolutely motivated as he heads into free agency in the fall. Seems poised for a big year. Yordan Alvarez is going to hit second. I mentioned to you guys that I've been polling executives around baseball, and one of the questions I've been asking is who's a sleeper team? And the Seattle Mariners are getting a lot of attention because they have absolutely stacked with their pitching staff.
What's up? We're just watching a little baseball action. What's up with you? What's up with you? Everyone says lefties have the sweetest swing. Troy Glaus, swing was better. Mickey Kettleton, the best stance. Garvey's stance was the best. What you talking about?
Of course.
What you talking about, Si?
Got a pretty good mullet working right there.
How many times I looked into the mirror with a bat in my hand?
Follow through Strider-esque, but there's a little more body English when Riley is on the mound. He got a tattoo, he said, was nuke on his arm.
I'm gonna miss.
That's the way I take it. Pet coaches say it's not a good
All
thing.
right, so Boston down to their last strike.
That's the reason behind it. Wild,
I love Griffey Jr. At least we know he didn't do
matures and
steroids,
figures it
unlike
out.
Sosa and Bonds, says Sarah. Ashton playing MLB The Show 20.
Got the
In
nose
30
ring
days
working,
until
too.
WrestleMania, says Mr. Nobody. Joe Morgan with the funniest stance to watch with his arm flapping like a wing. Damn, I remember that.
20 prospect.
Rock Reigns. Yeah, he was kicked
6'2".
out. Reigns was kicked out. Down low, misses for a ball.
You have a tattoo?
No.
You don't? Have you ever thought about one?
I couldn't think of anything I wouldn't get tired of after a while. Yeah.
You want to just take it off after a few years. Change it up.
Bouncer.
Beaten into the ground.
Shortstop.
And
Over to
Riley will
first.
come on to get the last out. Braves roll down I-75, and they pick up a win over the Red Sox by a final score of 3-2. Michael.
All right, so that's ball game, chat. That's ball game. Make sure to hit that subscribe. Give the video a like and join the party here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Like I mentioned, I'll be back on later tonight for a little off-brand stream. The hated Boston Celtics versus Denver Nuggets. 8 p.m. my time start, so 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 o'clock on the West. Garvey lost his bid to be a U.S. Senator. No, he's going to be in the general. Wrong information, Mr. Nobody. I like Rod Cruz stance. You guys remember Jeffrey Leonard running with his flap down when he homered against the Doyers, effing giant. Some ropes is great chat, guys. Great debate too. Dig it. Oh, dig it. All right, I'm gonna go get this dog. Thank you to the subscribers and the members, the berserkers, the V-homies, the moderators, the lurkers, the haters, even you, Grover. Thank you, Grover. I'm gonna go get the general. Valhalla Sports Talk. Off the air. About to take a nap. Yeah. Retired moderators too, I guess. Retired ones. All right, I haven't settled out betting, y'all. Sorry, I'm settling it right now. Right now. All right, betting is settled. My bad.